What's up with it? It's your boy Noonie, back with another reading. This is going to be a reading for all signs. We're going to be asking the question, your next major shift, what is it? What might it be? Oh, they already did it. Huh. Look at that. What's up with it? What's up, Majesty? Hey there, troops out, Tarot. How you feeling? Terrible shuffle. What's up, Brianna? How you feeling? Hmm. All right. What's up, Danny? Hey, Tracy Trace. What's up? Oh yeah, thank y'all in advance for hitting that like. Thanks for hitting the like. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right, so we won't need these. Hey, Kitty. Are you just popping in before you go to bed? Yay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Kitty. You do be having to get up early. Yeah, I'm probably like maybe like 30 away from 17K. 30 away. Hey, good evening. Was that Shock? Was that you, Shock? What's up, Shock? I ain't seen you in the all signs in a minute. All right, we got to get started right here. After this shuffle right here, we're just gonna get started. I think we're going backwards for real. Yeah, we went forward last time, so we're going backwards. What's up, Emmy? Thank you. Hey, Nadella D. All right, so let's go backwards. Pisces. All right, so Pisces, your next major shift. Let's see what we got. We got transformation, so that's 8th house. These could be intense connections, life-changing connections. It's going to be a partnership. We got 11th house, so it's going to be either a partnership with maybe a large organization, a network. This could be a new job. This could also be a new friend group or a new, not environment, but like new friends. Maybe friends you're not really used to, but these are friends that are going to pull out a different version of you. So maybe this could also be social interactions that you're probably going to have that's going to really change. And some of y'all is going to be with higher ups. So maybe you guys could be dating these people. Maybe you guys could be doing joint endeavors with these people, or like business dealings, or inheriting something from them, which could possibly be status, but it could also be money or resources. And if it's going to be a romantic relationship, that's going to be a life-changing situation for y'all, then it's going to be one that maybe turns from friends to lovers, because it could be possibly taboo. Like this may be somebody who you guys have like had an intense connection with, and like friends wise, but maybe you guys are going to take it to the next level. So 8th house can always be like we're transforming what we already have to another level. Either we're going to put bills together, or like tie our destinies, tie our lives together. So something along the lines of that is coming. You say I'm not Pisces, but I take it anyway. Okay. All right. Also, you guys become a lot more. Yeah, 4th house. So in this deck, 4 of Pentacles is about moving up in career. So you guys are about to move up in a career. It could be dealing with a Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or a Gemini. A lot more people are going to be talking about y'all. So some of y'all going to be having a lot of like sex, because I've seen the lovers in reverse, or you guys are going to have a lot of different partners. And these would be maybe unusual partnerships for you, because these are most likely people who are higher up than you. So even if you guys are dating, the people you're dating are probably outside your league, or probably just like outside of the reach of what you normally would go for when it comes to relationships. And I say that they're unusual because like I said, some of y'all, they may be far outside your league, you know what I mean? Or you may be far outside their league. It could be one or two. Maybe you're dating down, because that could be considered taboo for women. For men, dating up, like way up, could be considered taboo. So it could be like that. Like if you're a man, you're dating way up. If you're a woman, you're gonna be dating down. Not have to be way down, but you may be dating down in a sense, but like seeing like something deeper in the person that you're dating. All right. You said, is that a skull on my arm? Yeah, it's a skull. All right, so damn, y'all can see that? Oh yeah, I guess you could. All right, so anyway, some of y'all is gonna be an investment. Either way, it's gonna be either large people, large company, or large groups, organizations are gonna be donating to y'all or investing in y'all. All right, so this could be like you guys making a lot more partnerships in general, whether it be romantic, whether it be business, whether it be friendship. But these be maybe like the lifelong, or the people that come in, they're going to change your perspective on things on a deeper level, where now you feel a little bit more empowered. Now you feel a little bit more, I don't know, just maybe influential. Maybe you feel like you have a little bit more pull, a little bit more access to, like, let's say more resources or stuff that other people can't get. So that's going to be your next change. You got Ace of Cups here too. Even though it's in reverse, some of y'all, it's just going to be like, I don't know, maybe these are people trying to love you in a way that you're not used to being loved. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be a Leo. Now, some of y'all, it's going to be somebody trying to renew the connection between y'all. So, like, if these were friends, then you had an ending with because of the 8th house, you know what I mean? Like, maybe we tried to go to the next level, but it didn't quite go there. Then it's a renewal. They're going to try to renew it. And with the strength here, they're going to try to be a lot more pleasant, try to be a lot more charming, try to be a lot more persuasive. Instead, they're going to try to win you over with charm, flair, grace, opposed to like trying to micromanage or control the situation. You know what I mean? So the Ace of Cups in reverse usually means that people don't love you the way you want to be loved, but because we got the strength here, they're going to try to. They're going to give it their best effort to try to love you in the way that you want to be loved. All right, so one more card. What we got here? We got 8 of Cups in reverse. So it is going to be, yeah, and then we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so you guys will be a lot more self-sustainable after these connections that come your way. So these are relationships that, like I said, if you guys, let's say for instance, and what I mean, because they're going to be beneficial. We got the Wheel of Fortune here with the Queen of Pentacles. So you guys will come out looking a lot more tighter, a lot more cleaner, or have a better reputation, or just be able to be a lot more self-sufficient where you don't need other people after this. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not saying that you don't need people, but like you'll have a lot more to offer, and you'll also stand to gain a lot more with these interactions. You know what I mean? So like each partnership that comes in, each friend that comes in, each romantic interest that comes in, you stand to gain something from it. It's not one of those they just take from you. Once they're in your life, you benefit, because the 8th house is also something that leads you to the 9th house, which has to do with new philosophies, giving your life more meaning. You know what I mean? So it leads into that 9th house through a partnership. So it leads y'all into having a bigger perspective about yourself, a new philosophy. You know what I mean? Hey, G, man, you just got to hang out and just watch me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too much. Because for real, I could never even tell you how to do it. How I do what I do, like myself. How I be me, I just be me, just be being me. So like the sauce is a little bit different, but like I guess I could show you the mannerisms or show you, like, you know what I mean? The way I think might be it. That might be useful. You could use that. So also, if it wasn't, I don't know. So what I want to say is this: through these relationships, you guys are also going to do a lot more like self-reflection, and it's supposed to bring out a part of yourself that you didn't notice before, or that you didn't. No. G, I ain't saying that. G, there's definitely some hope for you. Don't never think that. It's always going to be some hope for you. You just don't do it like I do it. You just do it in your way, and that could be just as amazing too. Maybe even more amazing on a grander scale. Who knows? You know what I mean? Anyway, you guys will have more of a sense of community around y'all too, like more friends, more of a social life. You know what I mean? Like where people, and the people, like I said, the people who are coming into your life are going to be useful. They're going to help you up. So like, even if these were romantic connections and these people weren't loving you in the way they wanted to love you, we got the Ace of Cups and the 8 of Cups. That makes it a 9 of Cups. That's emotional fulfillment. You're going to get that from them. It just may not seem that way at first. You know what I mean? So there's some unfinished business with somebody who you guys were dealing with. They're coming back around. But this time it's going to be way more worth the time, the energy, the effort. You're going to get something out of it. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, it's going to be a chance to make a lot of money because of the Wheel of Fortune in this 8th house. You're inheriting something, whether it be resources, benefits. You know what I mean? Like if it's a job, then it's a job with benefits. Or like if you're like making big partnerships with organizations, it's a big one, a big windfall. So some of y'all's a big windfall of money that's coming, whether it be like a life insurance policy, whether it be investments. So like maybe you do stock or some shit like that. If you run a business, then it's like multiple transactions coming your way. There's a lot of partnerships. 11th house is a lot of people, large groups of people. So you'll be interacting with a lot of groups of large groups of people and getting your wish fulfillment emotionally and financially. And if it's relationships, then you're dating outside your range. All right, you're dating outside your range, and they're taking you to a deeper aspect or to like a better position in life. Whether it be somebody that you were like, I don't know if I'm really into this, it's going to take you somewhere. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It's going to take you somewhere. It's going to take you better than wherever you are. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? So you guys will get out of that, because Eight of Cups in reverse is usually just kind of like going back to things that maybe at one time weren't really emotionally fulfilling, but we got the Ace of Cups here. So now they're bringing that with them. Now they're bringing the love that you want, or they're bringing something that you can use. You know what I mean? All right. You guys will be standing out a lot more too, or being recognized as career. I'm telling y'all, your career gonna go up. That's one thing for sure. Your career gonna go up, or you guys gonna be like one of the top earners in your field, or one of the top earners, or one of the like most influential people in your field. You know what I mean? Where people recognize you, people notice you, you stand out, top of the hill type of energy. You know what I mean? And sometimes it could just be like maybe more people are just picking you over other businesses. You know what I mean? Like people, you're more recognizable. That might be it too. You might be more recognizable, but that's not really what I got. But maybe it is. You know what I mean? Maybe it is. All right. Also, if you guys were like dealing with health issues, you guys may be having increased strength, more stamina. You know what I mean? More just energy, endurance. You know what I mean? A lot more confidence, because the interactions that you're having, these are like big deal interactions for y'all. These are people who are going to come in and change the landscape of your life. So, all right, and because the Wheel of Fortune is here, it just kind of happens in timing. You know, it's eventually is what I mean. So as long as you stay persistent, as long as you stay on your job, eventually, or as long as you keep putting in the effort, eventually you're going to get the results. That's how, you know, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is like eventually. We don't know when the time is going to happen, but it's going to happen. And when it do happen, it's going to be worth the time or the weight or the energy that you put into it. All right, so anyway, let me get signs. Could be Aquarius, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sag, Leo, Taurus, Pisces. I said Aquarius, Scorpio. All right. All right, so that's for Pisces. Let me see it. All right. Aquarius. First. All right, Aquarius, next major shift coming your way. Next major shift. What's up, T. Lee? You didn't get the notification? Dang, I ain't put the bell on. You didn't put the bell on. What's up, Harry? Hey, Elizabeth. All right, so Aquarius. Next major change coming your way. All right, we got Mercury. All right, so y'all mentality, the way y'all think, the way y'all communicate, you guys get a lot more confident in your voice, get a lot more confident in your thoughts. All right. So you guys probably are going to be a lot, and I'm not going to say louder, but you guys may be talking with more confidence. Like, I'm sure of myself now. Sound, you know what I mean? And this could also be your appearance too. We got faded here. So you guys are getting over a challenging period, maybe of like not feeling heard, maybe not feeling seen. You know what I mean? Because Mercury is also about like perception too. Perception, listening, technology. So some of y'all may be getting comfortable or confident with technology, maybe learning, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you guys know internet, but maybe you guys are learning new technology in some way, or like getting confident using technology to help you. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's like Chat GPT or some shit for y'all, or whatever it may be. I don't know. It could be something. You guys could be getting acquainted with new technology, or getting acquainted with, I don't know, a new mindset, a new perspective on things. You know what I mean? It's really starting to see things a lot more clearly. So things are being, maybe your thoughts, you're starting to like recognize your thoughts or become clear about your thoughts, a train of thinking. So you're going to be a lot more focused too. I could be dealing with Virgo, Gemini, Leo, but I get you guys being confident in your self-expression and your creativity, you know what I mean? And your voice carries. I was going to say your voice lingers, because it was really in my mind to say lingers. So the stuff that you say lingers on people. Like it just hits a little harder, you know what I mean? So you guys are dealing, like, maybe you feel a lot more confident to deal with challenges. Like when you want something, or you're headed in a direction, or you have like a goal or whatever in mind, you let nothing hold you back, which would normally be a Capricornian energy or Saturnian energy. But yeah, we got a Chariot here, so that's also good news in career. And we got the what? 7 of Wands. All right, your next major change for some of y'all is going to be in a position of prominence, whether it be status, cash, resources, whatever it may be. Position of prominence. We got Chariot and we got the King of Pentacles and we got the Seven of Wands. All right, so you guys are about to either acquire money for some of y'all because of being taken advantage of, possibly, or it's going to be a challenging situation. So you're going to be getting, I guess, paid out. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles is here. You guys may be getting paid out or taking on a large expense soon. So maybe you're buying a house, buying a car. That might be the next life-changing shift for y'all, where you got, but it's your reputation and your public popularity or the public reputation, how people see you. That's about to change. You know what I mean? Where you're going to be a lot more, you're going to be seen a lot more. That's a big thing. You guys get over maybe rejection, get over that fear of like things not going well. So you got to stop overthinking. I think that's what brings your confidence up. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not overthinking. Because the Chariot is about courage. Just going to take action. I feel it. I'm doing it. What's up, Dev? I ain't even see you in there. It's like, I think it, I'm doing it. Or I got the desire to do it, I'm going to. And being able to be self-motivated. So other people aren't going to have to inspire you. Other people aren't going to have to like coach you or hype you up. Other people aren't going to have to show up for you in the way that you think that they should show up. Instead, you'll be out ready to face your fears or face, possibility of, let's say, rejection or making mistakes. You guys would be like heading it straight on. Like, all right, fuck it. We'll just see what happens. It is what it is. Ten of Pentacles is here and with the devil. So some of y'all, your next life-changing situation could be also not overspending. Like maybe finding ways to invest your money because the King of Pentacles is here upright too. So you guys maybe also learning how to like spend your money, not overexert yourself in situations. Like this could be in relationships. This could be in friendships. You know what I'm saying? This could be in anything. It's like you guys not gonna overexert yourself. So like you're gonna know where to concentrate your forces. So that's why I say it's more like a focus with the Sun and the Mercury. But with the Seven of Wands and King of Pentacles, it's like King of Pentacles is somebody who knows who to invest in or knows what to invest in. And Seven of Wands in reverse in a negative aspect, but with all this other good stuff is going in a positive aspect. So really in a negative aspect, it would be just considered as somebody who's sometimes being taken advantage of, but it can also just be somebody who's wasting energy, wasting time on stuff that's not going to be fruitful. You know what I mean? It's futile. You know what I'm saying? So like the King of Pentacles is somebody who kind of already sees like, through experience, I already kind of know what to do to get the results I'm looking for. And this is probably not going to be it. You know what I mean? So like you're going to be able to gauge it, gauge the validity or the value of things very quickly. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we got Mercury energy as perception. So from a distance, I can already kind of see like, yeah, you know what I mean? Nah, and King of Pentacles is good at patterns. It's an earth energy, good at patterns. So we're going to automatically know. You know what I mean? It's like, I already know. Nah, I'm cool. You know what I mean? And then having the agility, the mental agility to be able to like pivot, pivot on a dime. You guys have this mental agility to kind of know how to problem solve just from like perceiving situations. Like, okay, I see the pattern. Oh, I see what's going on. So your mentality is going to change where you're going to be a lot more confident because you're going to understand. And sometimes the King of Pentacles is somebody who's worked at something for a long time. So they become a master at it. It's like, I've done this so long. I've been saving money for so long. I've been investing for so long. I've been working out for so long. I've been eating this way for so long. And usually they learn it from mistakes, bad investments. They learn it from messing up. At some point, they had to get their hands dirty, figure it out for themselves. So whatever it is for y'all, the next major change is you guys finally pulling it off and figuring it out like, oh, I know what to do. And now that fear, that anxiety, that worry just goes away. You know what I mean? And this could even be like, say it had to do with relationships. You guys would be a lot more confident moving forward. So some of y'all may be traveling a lot more. You know what I mean? Putting your foot down in situations where maybe people were taking advantage of you. Maybe not, maybe customers weren't spending like they were supposed to. Maybe your job wasn't paying like they were supposed to. Maybe, I don't know. And it's really what it does is stop you guys from giving up a lot. You know what I mean? Because your confidence is going to peak because you're going to trust that you know what to do in situations. Like, all right, I know through my information, through like the wisdom that I've acquired, you know what I mean, from like the lessons I've learned, from the interpretations that I have, because it's Mercury energy. Mercury could be very smart, very intellectual, and it's mental gymnastics. So you're able to like kind of like analyze and, you know, like an Aquarian, you guys are able to analyze and like pick apart things, the specifics, what's really important, what matters. King of Pentacles knows where to put the time, energy, and investment. Like, all right, I may scrap this off because this ain't gonna be worth it. Let me stop doing this because this doesn't get me the results I want. Let me stop dealing with these people because they're not the type of people that I need. You know what I mean? Like these may be people who undermine you at times. You know, you may start recognizing certain situations or certain people, certain environments. Sometimes it can be, like I said, an addiction because we got the Eight of Pentacles. Sometimes it can be overspending where you start recognizing like, oh, I'm putting myself in a hole. I'm digging, you know what I mean? I'm digging myself in a hole before I even get out. So you may start recognizing that, like, you know what? Let me start being more responsible for myself, or let me start taking like actions into taking matters into my own hands and not let other people determine my destiny or determine my fate. It's like comfortable, confident. You know what I mean? Like I'll figure out the outcome for myself by taking action when I feel like it. You know what I mean? Or when I feel inspired to. So there's more inspiration coming your way, but it's self-inspired. You're not looking at somebody else and like feeling like, you know what, I'm gonna try to be like them, or I'm gonna like portray myself in this light. It's just going to be the way that you envisioned yourself being. You know what I mean? It's a version of yourself. It's almost like it's an Aquarian energy. Basically, it's authenticity, but it's a confidence in being that way. So that people are going to be able to hear you a lot more. That you're going to be able to give a clearer message. Conversations, there won't be a bunch of vagueness in your conversations. You're not left wondering what else or what's next. You're not going to have that issue. Like you can get conversations straight out. You know what I mean? You can get to the root of whatever it is. So it's going to shine a light on basically the way that you think and the way you see situations, where you might start seeing situations in a better aspect opposed to maybe in a negative, pessimistic view. You know what I mean? It might make you a little bit more cheerful. You might start talking and being a little bit more funnier, talking a little bit more enthusiastic about shit. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it doesn't just come off as like, I don't know, like mundane. You may actually talk with a little bit more passion, a little bit more charm, charisma in your voice. You know what I mean? The tone. People can hear it, like, oh, you're excited. Oh, you're happy. Oh, like people can hear your emotions, you know what I mean? And they can see your confidence and the way that you communicate, you know, so you may just have, like I said, stronger voice or something like that. It's going to affect people. That might be also what it is that for a big major change for y'all. Some of y'all may recognize that. And then others of y'all, I even want to say some of y'all are going to be able to leave a job if you want to leave a job, or a long-standing career, or a long-standing business, or a long-standing something that you've been at. Maybe it wasn't really like fruitful as it used to be, you know what I mean? Or it was like a waste of time. You guys have like recognized, like, all right, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that no more. Fuck that. I'm going to trust in myself, you know what I mean? Trust in my own wisdom and make my own way. Because Cherry could be somebody who does that too. You know what I mean? Through experience. I got this experience. I can just fucking do this. You know what I mean? So anyway, it could be a Cancer, it could be a Leo, Aries, Scorpio. Did I say that you guys would be able to like perceive people who may try to undermine you, undermine your progress, undermine your business, undermine whatever you're putting your time, your energy, your effort into? You're gonna recognize those type of people who try to dig out your back, or try to, like, you know what I mean, slow you down, or try to do bullshit basically. All right. So Cancer, Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Sag, Cancer, Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini. I said Leo, right? I think I did. All right. So that's for Aquarius. Capricorn. All right. So Capricorn. Next major change. All right. So next major shift. Next major shift. Let's see what's a shift. It's a shift. What's the next major shift? All right. It's going to be fourth house. It's going to be a connection. Some of y'all was about to say a reunion, but that's not what fourth house means. But maybe it is. You guys need communication from somebody, family. Are they going to want to do a partnership, or somebody who you guys are like feel comfortable with? So we got Cancer, we got Virgo, we got Gemini. All right, so the next major shift, some of y'all, because Mercury is here, sometimes have to do with transportation, short trips. So some of y'all may be going on short trips, so you guys may be getting a car, getting a vehicle. You guys will be getting communication of a partnership soon, or talks about a partnership. So you guys may be like building a home, moving in with a partner, or getting closer. Even if it's not a specific partner, you guys, the next major shift is going to be getting closer with people, creating a sense of family, a sense of like well-being, a sense of comfort, you know what I mean? Or at least having more talks about that and getting on the same page with people in that way, where they increase the quality of life. But I kind of feel like you guys would be feeling a lot more comfortable, maybe at home, because fourth house is really like feeling at home with yourself, but also feeling at home with the people who are around you. Like they may be more like a tight bond, or a tight, like a tighter, you may have a tighter bond or closer levels of intimacy and trust and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? You also made like your next major change or next major shift is in your mental. Again, like the way you think. Like you guys may be able to like recall stuff very, very easily. You know what I mean? Like recall maybe like conversations, maybe able to recall information in general. Maybe do a better job of listening. Like you may kind of like be able to pick up on people's moods. You know what I mean? Like being able to know like where you are in a sense. Cancer, somebody likes to know where they are, know like what's what, who's who. You know what I mean? If these people are safe or if these people could be trusted. So you're gonna be able to maybe you have like more of a vetting process about the people that you allow into like your intimate space or into like your comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like if they aren't exercising these types of patterns, or if they aren't acting this way, then I'm probably not gonna have them around. Yeah, we got Nine of Pentacles in there. So some of y'all may move out, and then others of y'all may have a partner moving in. All right, or you guys are some of y'all. Let's say some of y'all may not even want relationships. Some of y'all, you know, because sometimes the fourth house can just be like a sense of comfort, but usually it has to do around like family. Sometimes yearning for children, so that may be that. They maybe talks about children, talks about like I said, settling in, moving in. Some of y'all may, like I said, some of y'all don't want that because I've seen that Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So some of y'all don't want that, but we'll see. Sometimes the Nine of Pentacles also could be like becoming just selfish, more self-possessed. You know what I mean? Comfortable with self. So some of y'all may be getting comfortable alone, single, just with your money. You know what I mean? And we got the lovers here, so there's gonna be talks. Next major. So some of y'all, it is gonna be a connection where you guys are actually moving together, moving in together, or talks about that. We got Nine of Cups here with the lovers. All right. So yeah, some of y'all is gonna be a relationship that like fulfills you emotionally. All right, or talks about one. We got a Justice in reverse. So you guys gonna be feeling a lot more comfortable in a sense where you're able to just like be unapologetically yourselves. Because the people that you have around, whether it be friends, lovers, you're gonna feel safe with. So like I said, some of y'all's gonna be like a vetting process. Because the Seven of Cups is here with the Judgment here. Like you guys will be able to trust your own judgment when it comes to like choosing the right partner or choosing the right people to have around you. It's gonna be more of a close knit bond. That's what you're gonna have. So you guys are gonna be feeling blessed for the people that come into your life. All right, these may be people also who have status or just like, you know, maybe, I don't know, a reputation, you know what I mean? They're known, maybe they're popular. So some of y'all could be like getting into connections with people who maybe were popular. Some of y'all may be dating around because of the lovers and the Seven of Cups. Like some of y'all are getting into a relationship where you're like settling in. And then others of you are going in a direction where you're single, happy, content with it, you know what I mean? Emotionally fulfilled with these people. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, we got Seven of Cups here, and then we got Queen of Cups in reverse. So some of y'all really are going to try your options out, whereas others of you are like, nah, I got what I want. You know what I mean? I already see what I want. I'm gonna settle in. There maybe talks about children. You know what I mean? Buying houses, buying stuff, investing in each other, what each other needs. Because the lovers is a talk of intimacy, deep talks of intimacy, trust. We're building that. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have that with a connection because conjunction is here in that way. So you'll be joining forces with people like that. And even if these aren't romantic, these are just like I said, friends, co-workers, business partners. You know what I mean? With people who like get you, you're gonna feel seen. That's your next major shift is feeling seen by the people that you have around you, feeling loved, recognizing that you're loved. You know what I mean? Recognizing that the people that you have in your life are adding value or adding or more useful or you know what I mean, or there for you on a genuine level. You're gonna be able to pick that up or pick those patterns up of what it looks like. So like even if you don't have anybody right now, you'll just recognize it from like the interactions you have with people in general in your everyday life. You'll recognize the patterns of people who have genuine care and concern for you, people who genuinely see you, people who genuinely understand you. You know what I mean? People who you don't have to feel like you need to impress or put on a facade or act of being a certain way. They just, you know what I mean? They sometimes they can be enabling. So you may be having connection with people who may enable you, which is cool in this perspective for y'all, because like they're allowing you to be unapologetic yourself, where you don't feel like you need to conform or be like other people to get the love that you want. You know what I mean? So you don't feel like you need to fit yourself in a box. They just know. They're like, oh no, I get it. This is what Capricorn wants. This is what Capricorn needs, and we're rocking and rolling with that. You know what I mean? So Nine of Pentacles in reverse sometimes can be like some of y'all is gonna be like you guys are equating maybe certain materialistic values to you. You know what I mean? To like your value system and to your value in general. Like maybe if you don't have 100K subscribers, maybe if you don't have the newest Benz, or if you don't have a big house, or I don't know, if you're not like your romantic life isn't bustling or all that shit, then it's like you're some of y'all are gonna be recognizing where you're equating that to like comfort or security or success. You know what I mean? So there could be talks about that through friends where it shifts your mindset. Because Mercury is here, which has to do with your mindset, has to do with your mentality of things. So there could be talks that shift your mindset around relationships, trust, intimacy, you know what I mean? Long term, maybe, you know what I mean? So some of y'all may even get married or like talks about it, or at least, I don't know, maybe children or something. Because Queen of Cups could be like that, yearning for children. When she's in reverse, she's like yearning for something to nurture. So you guys may be, some of y'all are going to be in that vibe where you want somebody to love or want to be loved and want somebody to nurture, you know what I mean? Wanting, like I said, something gentle or being able to be more feminine. You may want that feeling. And the people that you're attracting are going to be people that allow you to do that. Even if you're not like in a committed relationship, the people that you're attracting, you may have choices and options where you're able to like indulge and sift through, because Mercury has to just do with you picking, being specific with the details. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Also, I want to tell y'all this. Some of y'all could be buying a house, though. Like, if you guys are single, you may be buying a house. Seven of Cups is here, too. I was thinking of, like, movies, pictures, screenwriting, whatever. You know what I mean? Posting more, something like that. Some of y'all are going to be getting, like, relationships or being out in the public eye for maybe posting more, maybe putting more pictures out. I don't know. Maybe you share stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you do social media, then you're getting more shares. That's going to be the shift for y'all. But it's good. But the people that you're coming for, that are coming from whatever happens, these are going to be people who like you. They like you for you. You know what I mean? Yep. They be liking you for you. And just for a few of y'all, the next major shift could be like a past person, because the death is in reverse. Could be a past person, past experiences, past partners you had coming back to make good on a situation. Maybe make amends, because we do got the judgment here. Making amends, wanting to be in a partnership, now wanting to give you what you were owed, or wanting to give you what would make you feel emotionally fulfilled. There could be a talk about that. You know what I mean? You guys could be like really exchanging ideas or specifics about what you need, what's best for the relationship, blah, 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 and then setting down some type of foundation. So that's a shift that may be happening for some of y'all. Anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Cancer, Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, Gemini, Virgo. All right. Hey there, Amber. You just missed it. You was actually a little late. You know what I mean? But it's all good. He was here. Next go around. Or your other placements. All right, let me see. Saggy. Sag. All right, so Sag. All right, so Sag, let me see. Your next major shift. What we got? Mystery. All right, and then what? Mars. So that's aggression. All right, so mystery. So somebody you guys had a confusing connection with. And yeah, we got love here. So I already kind of knew it before I even seen this Venus. But anyway, whoever you guys may have had a confusing relationship with, you guys are probably going to hash it out, because we got Aquarius, which has to do with being a diplomatic approach or seeing things from a detached perspective. Like maybe we went to our own separate corners, and, you know, maybe we need a little bit of time to ourselves. Now we come back, you know what I mean, and we clear things up. So somebody's going to be looking to clear things up between y'all. Also, some of y'all may be having an unusual dating life. You know what I mean? Like your romantic life, maybe date. Like, you know, some of y'all, let's say y'all may have like non-traditional, like your actual value system when it comes to romance may change. You know what I mean? It may even be a little bit confusing too, because sometimes with this Neptune energy, Neptune always makes it a little bit skewed. So this is going to be the thing about it. So some of y'all are going to probably feel like, I don't have any connections. I don't have any relationships. You know what I mean? And what's really going on is you have a whole lot of them going on. There's a whole lot of relationships that are there. You just may not really be seeing them clearly. You may not be seeing them as optimal or seeing them as options, because maybe they're maybe not your usual type, or they're trying to love you in a way that's unusual to what you're used to. You know what I mean? Like some of y'all, because the Aquarius energy is here, sometimes y'all friend zone these people. You know what I mean? Like these could have been like valuable partners or valuable, like real love, genuine love, but you guys were viewing it in the wrong light. Like you may have viewed this person as maybe short term. Maybe you view this person as broke. Maybe you view this person as, say, fat, ugly, unattractive, unappealing, or just not your usual type. They don't go with social codes or societal views about romantic, you know what I mean? Romantic relationships. You know what I mean? So it's something like that. You said C-Mac definitely friend zoned people. Did he? Dang, C-Mac. Also, you guys may be having more sex appeal in an unusual way. Like people may just like you for these little quirks. Like, so it could work both ways. One way, so let's say this, if you're overly arrogant, it's going in the other way, where you were probably being a little bit more out, like you were being, what's it called? You were being overly confident and not viewing like the real truth of what's going on around you. It's skewed, you know what I mean? And if you're like doubting that you have partners, you're viewing it in a skewed way. Because from the outside looking in, people imagine you to have a lot more options or things to be going a lot more better for you. And you may not be seeing that they are going good for you. So if you think things are going bad for you, they're not. And if you think things are going super well for you, they're not. You know what I mean? Because Neptune is in reverse. It's in reverse. You know what I mean? So you guys are now starting to become, maybe learning to be a lot more present when it comes to relationships, love, when it comes to dating, you know what I mean? And like maybe even dating, like I said, dating outside of your type, your usual type. You guys are now starting to like become clear about stuff, because maybe you guys were living in unrealistic expectations when it came to romance. You know what I mean? Like expecting certain types of love or expecting certain types of like dynamics that maybe were unrealistic for where you were at the time. You know what I mean? With maybe how you act. Because Aquarius energy sometimes can be like, you're ahead of your time. So maybe the stuff that you wanted maybe exists, but like at this point with what's around, no. You know what I'm saying? So like that might be also what's coming. Because Aquarius is like looking at it from a detached perspective and realizing like, it's an epiphany at times. Aquarius gives you that epiphany energy because Uranus based. So it gives you that, I see. So either which way you're going to recognize. So if you are overly confident or really feeling like I got it like that, then you're going to wake up and realize, damn, maybe not. You know what I mean? But it also gives you more self-love, because you're going to recognize that maybe the situations that you had weren't really good for you anyway. You know what I mean? Like maybe you just had this expectation of them turning out to be a certain way, but that's not the case. All right. So anyway, you guys maybe have a lot more inspiration too, just out of nowhere. There's a shift of like having a little bit more creativity, feeling a lot more intuitive, feeling a lot more tapped in. Sometimes you can be tapped into like your social group. Like you may just all of a sudden start having like this understanding of the people who are around you. Maybe even large groups. Like you may even be able to like kind of like sense or understand large groups of people. You know what I mean? Like normally maybe you were only thinking about yourself. Now you may actually be able to think at an Aquarian level where you're thinking about the multitudes and imagining this. You know what I mean? Where you're imagining interacting with more people, and it's actually drawing this in. So let's say, like I said, so some of y'all, if you didn't feel like you had any love, your imagination or your like intuitive, like your instinctual abilities are about to start kicking up, and you're going to naturally know who's attracted to you. I don't even know why you're going to know it. You're just going to know it. You're just going to know who is attracted to you, what would be your best type, how to match with these people. You're just going to know it from like this detached analysis. Like maybe you're just going to pick up the pattern. Maybe you're just going to, I don't know, you're just going to know it. I don't know if you're going to know why you know it, but maybe you will, because Aquarius could be somebody who kind of like understands it on a mental, on like an intelligence level, of intellectual level about why it works. Oh, I get it. I understand why. I know, like now it's like maybe you're recognizing like at one time maybe you were overlooking these things, or like, you know, like I said, if you were doubting it, like, nah, nobody was into me like that. Shit. Maybe you didn't see. You're not seeing it. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. Let me see. Next major shift. Let me give you 3 cards. Next major shift. 1. Oh, we got the world in reverse. All right. Next major shift. 7 of Swords. All right. So you do got somebody going to be coming back around. These are going to be past experiences for you to handle differently. Because that's what that Neptune is, like confusing connection. They're going to try to, I said they were going to try to handle it in a more diplomatic approach or a diplomatic way with you. All right. So you guys may be loving differently. If you guys get power struggles, so okay. So whoever you guys are holding back from, if you're holding back from somebody, if you're not yet doing that, then I guess maybe that may be coming. That might be the shift where there may be like a fallout with you and somebody who's coming back around, or somebody who came back around, if they already came back around, or somebody who will come back around. Because the 7 of Swords is here now. This is somebody who's coming back in hindsight. Some of y'all have become successful or will be becoming successful in a way where they're now going to idolize you and view you in a light where I want this person back. You know what I mean? They may realize that now because they may see y'all dating. They may see either your aesthetic has changed, like maybe you got more attractive, maybe you have more sex appeal, maybe you're dressing totally different, maybe you got confident in like not overdoing situations or not overgiving of yourself in relationships, because that could also be part of like that Neptune energy where maybe you thought you had a bunch of options and you were just overgiving and hyping other people up who really weren't into you. You know what I mean? Like you were just giving these people confidence boosts and they didn't really like you. You know what I'm saying? So you may start recognizing that, like, oh shit, hold on, whoa. hold on. It can be a humbling experience at first, you know what I mean? Because you like, it's like from a distance, I recognize like, wait a minute, you are acting like I'm the fan. Whoa, wait a minute. You know what I mean? That tower is a realization. We got the tower here. There's a realization of like, oh, wait, man, I got more self-worth than that. Wait, baby, I don't even like you like that. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all may start recognizing that, like, wait a minute. Let me treat people the way that they, you know what I mean? Like they overplayed their hand in these situations. So you're going to become aware because the Neptune energy is that intuitive knowing. Like, hold on, somebody got me fucked up. You know what I mean? And then in the other way, you guys are gonna be recognized like, wait a minute, I got more power or more authority in these situations than what I was aware of. Because Seven of Swords, like I said, in reverse is just hindsight. So after the time has gone by, after certain interactions, that's what Aquarius is. After so many interactions, you're gonna pick up a pattern. You're gonna start recognizing, and then it's just gonna strike. Because that's what Tower is. Like, oh shit, I get it. Whoa. Now you'll be able to see the pattern again. Very similar to Capricorn. Now you'll be able to see the pattern. Was it Capricorn I said that for? Or did I say it for Aquarius? I don't know. But anyway, you guys will be able to see the pattern where you're like, oh, I get it. And now when these experiences come back around, you're going to know how to handle it. This is like, all right, it's just like butter. It's automatic, clockwork. You know what I mean? And then some of y'all going to be going viral online because we do got the tower and the world. So it could just be unexpected, more exposure. So maybe you guys have unexpectedly more options in love that been there the whole fucking time. I promise you. That's what the mystery is here. Is like they've been there the whole time and you didn't see it. You know what I mean? So some of y'all have to go on the other aspect where you're like being taken advantage of. People are using you for confidence boost. You know what I mean? Playing games, power dynamics that don't really need to be had because they don't really like you like that anyway. So you're having these power dynamics with people who don't really like you. They just like you for the clout. They like you for the recognition. You know what I mean? They like you to have, you know what I mean? This be a woman thing, but men do it too. It's called orbiters, where people are just around and it makes it look like I'm wanted. It makes it look like I'm desired. You know what I mean? So that Neptune energy is like I said, it's an illusion. It's not always real. So like if it looks like you know what I mean, like people weren't into you, then they are. But if it looked like they were really into you, they're not. But you're gonna be able to pick that pattern up and recognize the game. Then you don't have to play it anymore, and you'll be able to avoid these like catastrophes like this. You'll know it. You'll see it. Like as soon as they start sidestepping shit, you're like, oh yeah, I'm cool. Nah. I'm good. I learned that lesson already. So you're gonna be able to recognize that. All right. So anyway, and another shift for y'all could also just be like some of your past successes are coming back around. You know what I mean? I've noticed that too. Past successes are coming back around, but most of y'all is gonna be past people trying their hand again, trying to come back around and trying to love you guys again, but also trying to take advantage. You know what I mean? Because maybe you have feelings and all that, but you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it a lot more clearly. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me give you signs. Could be Aquarius, Capricorn, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer, Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Aquarius, Pisces, Leo. A little razzle dazzle. It is a Gemini. All right. So the shift is people trying to come back. The people who are trying to come back, maybe trying to like confine you guys to like what they knew you as. That's what the big shift is, because like they're trying to put you back to where they used to know you. So something's changed. Like I said, some of y'all have more sex appeal. And maybe they were used to having this type of authority or control or like pull over you. Maybe they could say whatever, do whatever to you at some point, treat you however they wanted to treat you. You know what I mean? Talk to you however they want to talk to you. Maybe pay you whatever they wanted to pay you, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Because this can even include jobs. You know what I mean? But like you guys have a lot more self-worth where you recognize like, no, fuck no, get away from me. Ew. You know what I mean? To think you would ever treat me like that. And then for others of you, like, damn, this whole time I didn't know they were attracted to me. Or this whole time I didn't know how well I was really doing. You know what I mean? So something like that is going to be revealed to y'all. All right. So, all right, let's see. Where we at? Scorpio. Hold on. Let me see something. Oh. Let me see. Oh, okay. Ain't nothing. All right, I was just checking something. I was curious. Let's see. Okay. All right, I was just checking. I had to check something else. All right, so anyway, Scorpio, your next major shift. Coming your way. Oh, we got Taurus energy. All right, so this could be a little bit more luxuries. This could also just be more comfortability. You guys are healing. Healing, maybe I would say some of y'all gonna be healing insecurities around your body, or healing insecurities around like finances, material. But I really feel like it's gonna be like your body or like around your appearance. But it's usually Taurus has to do with your physical body. So like maybe the way you dress. You guys may be coming off a little bit more flamboyant, maybe showing more skin. You know, feeling a little bit more. I feel like you're gonna be feeling a lot more confident and comfortable in your body. All right, so you guys are healing deep-seated wounds, maybe around attention, maybe around like I don't know, validation of others, maybe like needing to gain their approval of others, maybe through the way you dress, maybe through the material successes you have. You know what I mean? Like maybe you normally would buy a bunch of stuff that you don't really need just to kind of show people that you got money, or just to show people that you're successful. For instance, buying an expensive car when it's kind of difficult for you to keep up with the payments. You know what I mean? Or when you're unemployed, you know what I mean? Like you get a luxury car and you're unemployed. Like, why the fuck would you do that? You know what I'm saying? So like you may start like healing that. Like, okay, I'm not getting that type of money. Let me not like make it look like I'm balling. You know what I mean? You guys could be healing that. And then others of you, you guys gonna be getting confident or comfortable enough and like expressing yourself more and actually gaining the approval of others. So you may come off as more charming, come off as more outgoing, more showboaty. You know, you're feeling confident in your body, feeling comfortable. You know what I mean? Feeling like I can count on myself, and other people feel like they can count on you too. So they're gonna be doing a lot of like, you know, trying to, like I said, gain your approval or trying to like impress you. So you may notice that the shift could be that people now are maybe insecure around you, where they're wanting to impress you. They're wanting to show off for you. They're wanting to show their best traits, their best characteristics. They're wanting to be somebody who could be trusted. You know what I mean? So he said, no motion, just wait until I get off work. I'm tired of them. All right, so anyway, guys may also be becoming a lot more loud or a lot more bossy. You know what I mean? Like, I was going to say maybe a little bit more demanding, because Taurus could be more of like a demanding energy. So you may be coming off as like demanding of like a more comfortable lifestyle, more luxuries. You know, you guys are transmuting some insecurities into like a sense of pride, a sense of confidence, a sense of self. One where like you don't mind being seen, you don't mind being heard. You know what I mean? So I think most of y'all had maybe do around like your material. Like maybe you didn't feel like you had the newest clothes. Maybe you didn't feel like you had the best car, the best house. Maybe you felt like you needed something more just for people to recognize you. You're going to heal that aspect where you're not going to have that. That's not going to be a part of you anymore. You know what I mean? So like you guys maybe getting comfortable being vulnerable, just telling people like, shit, I ain't got it. You know what I mean? I ain't about to spend that. Or, you know what I mean? Or that's a little steep for my blood. Or you guys may be able to kind of like do it. But I got 3 of Wands in here. Next shift. Oh, okay. Next shift. So we got 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles, and then the Emperor. So some of y'all are gonna be changing your outlook on maybe work, who you work with. Some of y'all gonna be working with somebody soon. Maybe like your environment, changing your environment. Maybe you're moving. So that may be it too. Like maybe you guys are getting roommates. Some of y'all, maybe you guys are getting roommates. But also kind of feel like business is going to be going well for y'all too, because Taurus means you guys are going to have more of a luxury lifestyle. That's what's usually coming your way. It's a shift in your lifestyle in terms of material goods. So like maybe you're not spending as much, because we do got the Queen of Pentacles. She's a frugal queen. She's good with money. She can stretch a dollar and make it look good. So some of y'all could be, you can be even like balling on a budget. Like, you know what I mean? Like getting what you want, but like not spending an arm and a leg for it. So some of y'all may be buying luxuries or like quality stuff, but like for cheap. Or like being in the company of people like that, you know what I mean? So like you'd be getting it for cheap, or getting it from like well-off people. Well-off people may be investing in you, giving you opportunities to make money. Like, you know, Leo is a person who attracts people who are generous normally. And if they don't attract people who are generous, then it's usually them that are generous by nature. So if you're not attracting somebody who's generous by nature, then you maybe become the person who's generous and giving back to people, helping them out, winning the approval of others, because you're like a person who takes care of people. You know what I mean? So people are like, hey, I'm gonna stay around you. I'm gonna make sure that you're good too. Because 3 of Pentacles here is people who are also willing to support you, or willing to help you. You know what I mean? Willing to be useful. You know what I mean? So you guys may become, and there's also people who are very productive. So if for some reason we got too many people here with the 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress, that's too many people here for me to say that no people are going to show up. There's going to be people that are going to show up here because they're going to be helping y'all. You know what I mean? So some of y'all are going to be helping you guys become independent, where maybe you don't need other people financially. You know what I mean? And then others of y'all, they're just going to be like putting you into a better position where you'll be able to buy the stuff that you need and be still self-sustainable. Like even if you're in a relationship, you'll have your own money. You know what I mean? Then it become through like practical means. So it could even be like other creative ventures. Maybe you find like a side gig, side hobby. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody put you on to like another stream of income that could be helpful. You know what I mean? Or they show you other strategies that they use. Like previous strategies that they had that helped them expand, that helped them grow. It could be given back to you. So this could be like somebody that you nurtured at one time, put into a position to win, coming back to put you in a position to win now. Like, hey, I know you helped me. Let me help you. Let me show you what I did. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, something like that is happening here because it's like people want to gain your approval to see you in a better position. The Empress is here upright too. So that leads back to what I was saying with that Taurus when I did the oracle earlier about having more of a comfortable lifestyle, being able to be at peace, being able to feel appreciated, feeling valued, getting a lot of encouragement from people. Like the people that you have around you will be encouraging you to keep going. They'll be adding value to your life. You know what I mean? They'll be useful, helpful, helping you up. You know what I mean? Now, for some of y'all, they may also like block you from other opportunities. So like these may be possessive partners or possessive friends or a company that really like desires undying loyalty, unwavering loyalty. So like if it's a business or a community or like you're going to a different area, these are people who like want undying loyalty from you. You know what I mean? They'll give the same in return, but they want that from you. So that may be something that for y'all may be like fearful, where you'd be like, I don't know, I've never done that. I never fully committed to somebody like that. You know what I mean? So some of y'all may be getting a very tempting offer of marriage or of like a partner who really wants to spoil you, really would like to take care of you. They're generous in that light, but they see you as a trophy. You know what I mean? So like the Queen of Pentacles is catching the actual pentacle from a snake. And it reminds me of the story of Adam and Eve where the snake came down and tempted her. This is a moment like that where you guys may be getting a very tempting offer, maybe through work or through like romance with somebody who you guys would like feel like would be an ideal partner. You know what I mean? And they maybe even love you in the way that you would like them to love you. They may be very attractive. They may have a lot of status. They may be very popular. You know what I mean? But there'll also be somebody who will like like your ambitions, your prospects in life, like maybe with the vision that you had, the outcomes you had for your life may include them now, which isn't always bad, but like it may not be the same dreams. You may not soar to the heights that you would have soared to had you not allowed them to like tie you down in this life. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not a bad thing, but like you may kind of consider that because this may be somebody who wants to have children. You guys may be like bogged down in that light with like children, home responsibilities. Like you may have had these grandiose, not gonna say grandiose, but you may have had like a bigger vision or a bigger like view for your life. And this person comes along or these people come along and they're gonna like turn your vision to their vision. You know what I mean? But it's something that we all can like go towards, which isn't always bad. But if that wasn't your plan, that would piss me off. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a plan. And I mean, maybe your plan would put me in a better position. Maybe. It's not guaranteed. You know what I mean? Some of y'all it is though, because of the Three of Wands. So I don't know. It may take you off the market. Some of y'all may not be on the market much longer romantically, if that's the case. You know what I mean? And if it's a job, you guys are gonna be in a well-to-do position, a decent position. This could be a status uptake where you guys are moving up in social class or like, yeah, social class money-wise too. So like you guys may have more. This could be 100,000 area or millionaire maybe, or you know what I mean, a bigger pay raise. You know what I mean, but it may come with some stuff that you don't want, like maybe a like different like weird working hours, maybe travel is involved. You know what I mean? Short distance travel usually with the Three of Wands, but it could be any of that. It could be blockages. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I don't know if I want to put my time, my energy into this because like I could maybe do something else that maybe can expand or grow a little bit more. Some of y'all may really be in the office a lot, or really be at work a lot. You know what I mean? And not intending to, you know what I mean? But the luxuries and the experiences you get, for some of y'all, you may feel like it's worth it. You know what I mean? Because the Empress could be, and the Queen of Pentacles could be emotional fulfillment, but on a more practical level. So like if you're getting in a relationship, this partnership that you're with is for more practical reasons. Like maybe we both want to build a family. Maybe we both want to build a business. Maybe we're both going in the same direction, but like I don't have a clear line of sight. You know what I mean? These may be people who are more geared towards like short-term satisfaction or short-term vision. Like all they may want to do is just get married or just have a girlfriend or just have a baby or, you know what I mean? Or just have a husband or whatever. You know what I mean? Like these may be people who are short-sighted and not really seeing the bigger picture like you would like. You know what I mean? So, you know, some of y'all are going to be getting into that if that's what you want. But anyway, let me get some. This could be an Aries, could be a Leo, could be a Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Taurus, Leo, Taurus. All right. Could also be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. That's going to be our next major shift. All right. It's going to be somebody who's been watching y'all for a while, though, because I did see that page of Source. So it's going to be somebody who's keeping tabs on y'all for a while, has been observing you guys for a while, probably being strategic. And maybe, like I said, some of y'all, or somebody that you guys have had your eye on for a while, watched them for a while, and, like, you know, maybe we're being strategic with them. You know what I mean? So you guys may do something with them together, work together, or do something. They may offer an opportunity for y'all to work together to try to, like, help you expand, help you grow, but, like, you have to do it their way. That's the thing. You have to do it the way that they want you to do it. You know what I mean? Or they're not going to like to do it your way. So that might be it too. I don't know. There may be talks. There's going to have to be talks about, like, how we can come together and do stuff. You know what I mean? So you guys may get used to working in groups, working with teams, building a community, or building like-minded think tanks around you, shit like that. All right. So Libra. Okay, Libra. I can tell you what, you guys are going to have a lot more discipline, a lot more structure. You guys aren't going to be afraid of, like, responsibility of doing the hard work. You guys aren't going to be afraid of setting boundaries. I've seen Capricorn, I've seen Aquarius. So Saturn was showing up when I split the deck, which has to do with maturing. So this could be you guys growing up at a certain point. We got 10th house now. All right, so that's Capricorn energy. So you guys will be more so in a Saturnian energy. All right, this could also be a reputation. All right, getting recognition in public a lot more. So, or just maybe, like, yeah, it's definitely gonna be recognition. We got Leo now in the 10th house, so getting a lot more recognition. Some of y'all, it's gonna be like the validation or achievements that you guys were owed. Maybe these, like, awards. Maybe these could be accolades. Maybe these could be I don't know, trophies that you guys may be acquiring or some shit like that. But anyway, 10th house has to do more so with being recognized a lot more, getting the attention, validation. Some of y'all are also gonna be winning the approval of higher ups, managers, bosses. Maybe even some of y'all may even, I don't know, I was going to say, some of y'all may be even dating somebody who's very popular or in the public eye. Like, you may be dating a attractive partner who's well known or respected by a lot of people because of that 10th house in the Leo. You know what I mean? So you guys maybe, if you're not in a relationship, then you're attracting these type of partners for potential relationships. And these be people who view you guys as a long-term achievement or a long-term partner. So they're going to treat you as a person that they would like to marry, somebody who they're proud to have. So this is a shift that's going to be for y'all. Because the South Node means you guys are getting outside your comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like, these will be people who you may feel like familiar with. You know what I mean? So some of y'all could be a past person coming to win you guys over, maybe with an extravagant show of, like, care and concern for you, or like this over the top, like, trying to win you back. Some of y'all is gonna be somebody trying to win you back. You know what I mean? But then others of y'all just gonna be a lot more popular in the public. Like, people recognize you, people notice you. You know what I mean? Your popularity in general is going up. You know what I mean? So in your career, this is a good thing because it just means that you're gonna have a lot more opportunities. You could be higher rate. I would say higher stakes. So maybe you guys are making a lot more money, but it's also, like, maybe a little bit more risky, or it just, like, entails maybe a little bit more work than usual. So it could be Aquarius, could be a Leo, could be a Capricorn. I just say that, or maybe the relationship that you're going to be getting could be, like, requiring you to be, like, a better version of yourself. Because the South Node means that you have to outgrow a version of yourself that's been holding you back. It calls attention to, like, where you were not necessarily focused at, or where you need to, like, take action on things. All right. It could also be, like, your natural gifts, abilities that you already had, that you came here with, that maybe you just kind of, like, suppressed, pushed down. Somebody may be coming in and inspiring you in that light. Like, they may be popular, they may be famous, they may be well known in general, and they may be, like, dating you, or just flirting with you, or just, like, hyping you up, or getting your confidence up, or putting you in the public eye more. Like, maybe the part of your dating gets you noticed, recognized. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they're, like I said, maybe they're famous, maybe they're wealthy, maybe they're just very attractive. You know what I mean? Something like that is happening here. All right, we got 2 of Wands too. So you guys are gonna be having to make a choice of decision soon. Some of y'all is gonna be in career. Like, what do you want to do? Some of y'all maybe could turn into, like, an entertainer, or just be known for, like, gaining crowds, attracting crowds. I think that's the major shift, is attracting crowds. Like, going back to a phase where you were already, like, successful, already known. All right, and I definitely get, as soon as you start going up, or, like, having the recognition, somebody's gonna be trying to come back. It's gonna be somebody with regret. 2 of Wands is somebody who thought that they could do better. 2 of Wands, 3 of Swords. So somebody who thought they could do better is coming back. Because that South Node could be a past karmic partner, or somebody who just couldn't make a decision. They weren't that passionate about the relationship. Maybe they were more tunnel vision on, like, a previous connection that had ended. So maybe they were distracted by another relationship. I get this person wanting to come back and gain your approval. 4 of Cups, you guys may reject this person, though, when they do, because you guys may be comfortable with the partner that you have. You know what I mean? This person be stressed out this shift is going to probably piss a lot of people off. A lot of people are going to be worried about like why they didn't give to you or offer to you at that time or make you feel comfortable enough to stay around. They're going to feel embarrassed because we got 9 of swords here. People will be feeling embarrassed. Your shift is going to have to do with your popularity and you being seen and recognized a lot more. And people who maybe didn't appreciate you, or people who maybe like weren't impressed by you, or people who didn't feel like maybe it was enough at that time, or you weren't enough at that time, or some shit like that, they're going to be feeling embarrassed. Yours is going to be like a glow up, but like in a way where people are going to be sad that they see you in this light. Like, damn, I missed out on that. You know what I mean? So, and you guys will be able to reject these people. So that's going to be like a, 5 of Pentacles here. 9 of Swords, they're going to be feeling bad because they're being left behind by you. This could be peers, friends, customers, clients, people who just didn't appreciate you at one time or just didn't value you. You know what I mean? Maybe they left you out high and dry, left you behind. You know what I mean? Some of y'all just even be like catching up to people like peers. Let's say, for instance, you're in your early 20s. You could be however old. I'm just giving you an example. Let's say that you're in your early 20s. You know how when you first graduate from like high school, people are like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Some people take off a year. Some people go straight into college. Some people get a job. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And then some people like, you know, maybe they hit rich on social media. You know what I mean? Or some people like, I mean, maybe back then not everybody was hitting rich on social media, but like maybe they invested in something. Maybe they hit the lottery. Maybe they had stocks that paid out. And you know how like maybe you were like 20, say you're 25, 24, and like your classmates may have houses. They may be married. They may have kids and shit. And you may feel like you're being left behind. You know what I'm saying? Or feeling like I didn't get to that point where they're already at. You know what I mean? It's just like you'll catch up to them. Like, oh yeah, shit. Now I got the status. Now I'm being recognized. Now I'm being big dog. You know, because I said some of y'all is like flowers you were already owed, or respect or admiration that you were already owed. It's coming. You know what I mean? So people won't be able to ignore you, or people won't be able to like deny you anymore. Even if it was relationships, like your popularity, your status, your attractiveness, all this goes up. Like your image, how people view you goes up. You know what I mean? So like people can't deny you anymore. They'd be hard pressed to tell you no. In fact, people may be a lot more nervous around you. You may notice that. Like you may get so popular that people are nervous around you. You know what I mean? That may be something that you recognize too, because the 9 of Swords can be something that you realized but you didn't know. You know what I mean? Like you weren't aware of. Like this was something that like I kind of seen it, or I kind of felt that, but like I don't know. I didn't want to overthink it. I didn't want to think I was tripping, but like you're not tripping if you thought that like you had more popularity or status or clout than what you really did. You know what I mean? You weren't tripping. You really did have that. You know what I mean? Maybe just the people that you were dealing with just didn't want you to feel that way. You know, because 4 Cups can be like people who reject you. You know, and if they reject you, some of it because of themselves, like they rejected themselves. The 3 of Swords, 2 of Wands, like these are people who probably felt like they could do better, or just like got distracted by, like I said, some previous connection that they were dealing with that maybe wasn't really fulfilling for them, but it was convenient. You know what I mean? Like maybe they had another connection, but it was just convenient and they didn't choose you. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a choice and an option. I could have chose you, but like I'm really worried about this person. I'm really focused on this person over here, and I want them to give me attention. I want them to validate me. You know what I mean? And you guys may get a better partnership, a better job, a better situation. And people who didn't choose you at that moment would be like, oh, damn it. I should have chose Libra. What the fuck? I'm tripping. Or I should have been there for Libra. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Because the 5 of Pentacles is like people who could have been there for you, could have been resources for you, could have been helped you, you know what I mean, out of a tight situation, but they didn't. You know what I mean? They forgot you. So you guys won't be feeling left behind or forgotten anymore. You know what I mean? So some of y'all is a public win, or recognized in the public in some way where people are like, damn, I can't deny you anymore. You are her or you are him. All right. So it could be a Gemini, it could be an Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, Taurus, Cancer, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, Leo. All right. You guys probably get over being shy too. That's going to go away. Going to evaporate right in the air. Like, so some of y'all may have been, that might be what the South Node was. Like maybe some of y'all were always popular. Maybe some of y'all were always attractive. Maybe some of y'all were always confident. And maybe you lost it at some point dealing with certain people who maybe like made you feel shame, guilt, you know, maybe picked or chose other people over you, or like, you know, maybe they distracted you from where you were once going. Like maybe they seen you were outgrowing them. Maybe they seen you were becoming a better version. And then they kind of come in and they try to like, you know, make you feel bad. They make you doubt yourself. You're like, you know, like I am getting a lot of attention. I am moving up. And they're like, you're not moving up like that. You're not like who you think you are. They try to like humble you. So maybe you guys were dealing with people like that. You're going to start recognizing like what that was. Oh, I see. Oh, you mad. You mad. You know what I mean? So you start recognizing that. Anyway, let's get over here to Virgo. Virgo, next major shift coming your way. Next major shift. He said, I'm a Scorpio. I invested my 401k for all the time I invested in people that didn't get a return. For all the times I invested in people and didn't get a return, right? That's how I be too, Jay. I'll be like that too. Like, damn, I did put a lot of time and energy into that. Huh. All right, so Virgo, next major shift coming your way. 7th house. All right, could be a partnership that maybe leads to a long term, or these are just gonna be pivotal relationships that are coming into your life that may be around for a while. Some of y'all is gonna be sexual connection, but these may be relationships that make you feel empowered. All right, so these may be like, you know, maybe you guys are dating in a way that's a little bit unusual to you, or you guys are maybe dating outside your race, or because we do got Aquarius energy here too, which gives me like we're doing something that's totally different or non-conventional. So maybe you're doing something different with your relationships. Maybe you guys are now having the power in your relationships. And you guys maybe also like having more of a detached approach about your relationships, where you guys don't really feel like you need them, but they're there. You know what I mean? So that shift is like, oh, relationships are here if I want them, but I kind of don't want them. You know what I mean? You guys, I'm not gonna say you guys have a disdain for relationships, but you kind of just like, I don't really need it. Like, you know what I mean? Aquarius is I'm looking at it from an angle where now I see something I didn't see before. Like now that I've detached from a situation, I see it now. I see like, you know, so some of y'all could be like, maybe even a negotiation or somebody making amends, because Aquarius is here, which has to do with the diplomat, and the 7th house can also do with like making amends, contracts, compromising. So some of y'all could be with somebody you guys have like this addictive connection with, or somebody who you guys wanted to have, or maybe you guys just had like a sexual taboo connection, a non-traditional relationship. This could be somebody who wants to come back and make amends, maybe wants to commit, or now wants to like be in a partnership with you. Could be an Aquarius, could be a Libra. All right. So some of y'all just may lead to marriage, some. And others of you just may lead to a long-term partnership that just may be, for some of y'all, just sexual. You know what I mean? But they may be around for a while. I've seen the Knight of Cups. That Knight of Cups is a fickle lover. So there's somebody who would probably be like your ideal partner in terms of like romance. Like they're generous, they're a lover, they're romantic, they're a PDA type of person. You know what I mean? Maybe they're very sexual. Maybe they're not your usual type. But like there's somebody who like likes to see you happy, or likes to see you like, you know, doing well. All right, for a Knight of Cups, 4 cups here, 4 cups in reverse. So your next shift is going to be a relationship that maybe you felt like got away from you, or somebody who feels like you got away from them. You know what I mean? So they're going to be trying to seize an opportunity to try to make up with you. Yeah, 9 of Cups here. Now you're a wish fulfillment. Your big shift is going to be a partnership with somebody who now, maybe at the past, they maybe rejected you guys. But in hindsight, they realize like, oh, you're actually a better partner than what I imagined you to be. You know what I mean? Now they're sexualizing you. Or now they're feeling like you would empower them. Having a relationship with you would empower them. Because the 9 of Cups is just somebody who's looking at it in a more selfish way. It's what's more fulfilling for me. Now, for some of y'all, this may be more fulfilling for you. Like, this may be actually what you would like. You know what I mean? So maybe this is that. Maybe at one time, because Lilith can mean that this was something that at one time I didn't see myself being able to do, or being able to, like, get into, or being able to, like, move forward with. But now I feel confident in doing this. I can see myself taking this to the next level. I can see myself engaging, indulging in this, and feeling empowered because I'm doing it my way. You know what I mean? Some of y'all could be in career. Like some of y'all, your career may start taking off because we got the Chariot here. Some of y'all may get a new car, move, maybe travel. Like you may be making a lot of deals, a lot of negotiation. This could be in business because 9 of Cups is here, 4 Cups is here. Like these could be opportunities with like money, financial security, because 9 of Cups is usually material success. So you're gaining material success, whether through a romantic relationship or through like business partnerships, because the Chariot is moving up in your career. It's fast movement in your career. So you guys be having fast movement, whether it's through a partnership, like an actual deal negotiation, or whether it's through friends who help you, who help empower you. They hype you up. They allow you to be your quirky, weird self. They allow you they allow you to let these traits in yourself that you normally suppress out. So maybe you make little funny noises. You know what I mean? Maybe you pick your nails. Maybe you pick your nose on camera or some shit. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you examples. Maybe you fart in the office and people laugh at it. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you an example. This could be wild shit. It may not really be you, but like I'm giving you examples of like stuff that like could happen. You know what I mean? Because the 9 of Cups could also be like you getting your wish fulfillment, but it's a Piscean energy. So it's like, I don't know, it's a fantasy. It's a moment in time where I'm like, oh, I'm getting some of the stuff that I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, I always wanted this. So you're getting the opportunity to have things that you always wanted, whether it's like reputation, it's popularity, whether it's dating the attractive man, woman, you know what I mean? Whether it's like having, even if it's just a sexual encounter, some of y'all could just be having sexual encounters. Some of y'all could be having sexual encounters with like prominent figures, like maybe celebrities, athletes, models, I don't know, influencers, you know what I mean? Like, you guys may be having these experiences with people because of like I'm saying your altruistic traits that don't fit like everybody else. Like, you guys will be standing out as maybe a little bit weird in a way, but not quite. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting some of your secret desires. So you guys will get over that fear of maybe ostracized or being like ridiculed or like things not going past a certain point or like not seeing the success. Like, you guys are getting over that fear of failure. You're getting over that fear of like, I don't know, of just like what if? No more what ifs. It's just, I'm just going to figure it out on the go. So that's the next change for y'all. So some of y'all may just jump into relationships just because you want to, just because you can, because they'll be around. They'll be around for real. Like, some of y'all won't want to, but then some of y'all, if you just want them, then here we are. You can just jump in these. Some of you, I don't know. Seventh house are usually not short-term relationships, but I kind of get the vibe of them. Like, with Aquarius, these may be like short-term relationships that like last somehow in a like an unusual way. Like, y'all may, I don't know, maybe they're long-distance relationships. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. There's just all type of ways. It just boggles the human mind to even give you all the perspectives. But the Nine of Cups mean that it would be emotionally fulfilling for you. So whatever these opportunities that are coming towards you are going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. That's the next big shift. You know what I mean? So some of you are going to be seeing a lot more progress or a lot more like momentum in terms of like the things that you go after. You're going to see things start picking up a lot more, whether it be romantic, whether it be friends, whether it be customers, whether it be just like maybe sexual energy. Like, you may start radiating more sexual energy or being something that a lot of people like feel tempted by. Like, I want to have Virgo in my life, you know what I mean? And people may go out of their way to make you happy, to make you satisfied. That's why some of y'all may not commit, because you may have people going out of their way to make you happy. So you be like, damn, I don't know if I want to just choose one. You know what I mean? Because people may be viewing you as a trophy with this Seven of Cups. I mean, with this Nine of Cups, people could be viewing you as a trophy. Like, you're popular, you're in the public eye, or, you know what I mean? Maybe you have a great career, or you're very ambitious, very driven. You know what I mean? You don't need other people. Maybe you have like a sense of independence or a sense of like, just not like everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you have your own mindset and they like that. You're like, you know what? I need me a Virgo. So that might be the case of what I'm going here. All right. Like, so somebody who was either holding back from y'all is going to be also expressing their feelings, care, and emotion. And like I said, that's what's going to make you guys feel empowered, because maybe you guys were holding back from them. Maybe you guys moved on and they're like, oh shit, I feel like I missed out on you. And now I'm going to give you what you want. You know what I'm saying? I want to go above and beyond to make you feel some way, because it's the Knight of Cups. It's the Knight of Cups in reverse. So like, this next shift, the Knight of Cups in reverse is just somebody who's a fickle lover. So right now you probably fit the bill for what they would like, what they would want. Maybe you're popular, maybe you're attractive. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they want to get married now, but like this, you know, let me say this, it may not always last, but you may not care. So what? I had the experience, because Nine of Cups is the experience. It was emotionally fulfilling. I did it. You know what I mean? Like, if fucking Amazon were to close today, was it not worth the experience that Jeff Bezos went through? Do you think he did not enjoy himself over these years? Shit. It could end today and he'd be happy. So something like that is going about, all right? Anyway, let me give signs. Could be a Cancer, could be a Pisces, could be a Sag, could be a Cancer, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Sag, Libra, Aquarius. All right. Possibly Scorpio. All right. Who cooked? Kimmy, what you cook? It's me. Make dinner for my daughter. What'd you make for your daughter? Not that white stuff that you made. What was that? Couscous or some shit? I forgot what that was. You posted something. I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't think I want none of that. Oh, it was cauliflower. Yeah, the killer stuff. Killed me. Ah, don't do that. Throw that shit away. Chicken noodle soup. Oh, yeah, we love some chicken noodle soup. Was that homemade chicken noodle soup? Cauliflower and cheese? Come on now. Come on, Kim. You ain't telling me you put cheese on the cauliflower. That don't go right. Yep, we put that right on the list. Do not eat at Kimmy's. She puts cauliflower and shit. All right, so Leo, next major shift coming your way. All right, could be an investigation, or you guys could be learning something. Yeah, I think you got we got Aquarius keeps coming out. This Aquarius energy That's a shift though, because they're looking at something from a detached perspective. Some of y'all are gonna be making peace, or somebody's gonna be making peace with you. Whoever you guys were having a power struggle with, could be a Gemini, could be an Aquarius. You guys may also be a lot more opinionated, or like willing to go against the grain. You know, so you guys may be speaking out a lot more, saying unusual stuff, kind of coming off as like matter of factly too. I think it's the way that you talk to people, where it comes off maybe a little condescending. You know what I mean? It comes off a little bit like, you know, it causes them to grow though, or look at shit. Like maybe you're doing a better job of explaining your thought process in a way where people can look at it and or can listen to it and can like kind of like pick up different things from it, or learn different things from it. You know what I mean? Like you guys may be doing a lot of exchanging, talking, socializing with people in a way where it's like you don't really care about like their judgment or their expectations. You know, it's like you guys may be looking at every situation, every blockage, every difficulty, every, I don't know, ego battle or power struggle from a detached perspective of like, what am I here to learn about this? What did I learn from these interactions? Like, what can I gain from this situation? How can I grow? How can I explain? You know what I mean? Like, how can I get past this? What can I do differently the next time? Like, you're going to be learning very quickly in situations from, like I said, detached perspective, where after you've done something, maybe you made a mistake, maybe it went well, but you're going to still sit back and reflect and wonder, okay, well, why did it work? And then recognizing like, okay, I know what to do to replicate that again. Because Gemini gives me like the twins or like a mirror energy. So you're going to recognize like what to do again. Like, okay, this produced the results I want, then I'm going to do that again. If it didn't give me the results I want, then I'm not going to do that again. And why did it not work? Oh, I see why it didn't work. So you're going to be picking that up. All right. Also, if you guys, like I said, if you're having a power struggle with somebody, they're going to be trying to reach out or talk or communicate to try to heal the situation between y'all. All right. So right here. All right. You guys will be also dealing with your anxiety, learn to deal with your anxiety. And like it's like the anxiety that comes from not caring as much. So you're going to have more of a nonchalant, who cares, who, you know what I mean, they don't know what I know or some shit like that. You guys will be comfortable like rubbing people the wrong way or not being liked by people. So you guys may be coming off like the bad guy or bad girl, but like not caring. Who cares? Who cares? I'm not here to impress you. I'm not here to make you happy. You know what I mean? It comes off like in a matter of fact way too. So maybe rubbing people in the wrong way. You may have power struggles with people because like this maybe not what people are used to seeing coming from you. Where it's this air of I don't care. And I'm gonna do and say what I feel like saying. And you're gonna either put up with it or get away from me. You know what I mean? So yeah, maybe this could even be like you guys are creating boundaries too, like strong boundaries, but like, and like really cutting people off if you have to. Like you guys may get colder. Nine of Swords is self-realization. We got an upright too. So there's a self-realization. You know what I mean? Recognizing the end, and then we got the Knight of Wands too. So some of y'all, there's gonna be that person I was saying that's coming back around, because the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Wands is also somebody who's maybe feeling embarrassed or feeling ashamed. Knight of Cups, you got romantic opportunities coming your way. Some of y'all is going to be past partners, friends. So some of y'all may be dating friends or dating people who are like getting closer to people who maybe like at one time were like moody sometime with you. When it came to relationships, you guys would be like setting a boundary, being a lot more clear about what you expect with them. And it comes off, like I said, in this nonchalant way where you can take it or you can leave it. This is what I'm expecting from y'all. So y'all may be coming off a lot more bold with your communication. You know what I mean? Like tell them, you going to eat this ass, boy? Is you going to pay me? Or you going to pay my bills? You know what I mean? And just be like, if you're a guy, letting her know, like, this is what I'm looking for. I want this from you. Straight up. You know what I mean? And not like beating around the bush, not feeling nervous about like being as bold or like confident as you want to be. Some of y'all are like chasing after the things that you really want too. Whether you have anybody on your side or not. You may come off as delusional. You may come off as delusional. You know what I'm saying? So that might be it. Like you may lose friends. You know what I mean? You may, like I said, some of y'all may be cutting people off because like y'all be just doing what you want to do. And so like people may not be fond of y'all, but you may not care. Like shit, I'm getting what I want. So don't like me. You know what I mean? I'm with you. I'm with you on that because fuck them. Don't like me. As long as I get what I want, you don't never gotta like me. You don't gotta be my friend. We don't gotta chat. We ain't gotta hang out. I'm getting what I want. Who cares? You know what I mean? So this may be a new philosophy for some of y'all, a new viewpoint. You know what I mean? I know, right? That was outrageous. I don't know why I said that. That was outrageous. But like I'm just saying, like you may be confident enough to say something because that's bold. Like who says that? In the first conversation, you asking somebody to eat your ass? In the first conversation? Like who's that bold? You know what I'm saying? So like you may be getting bold in that light where you're able to say that, you know what I'm saying? Or say things like it. People may not like you. They may be like, you may be misunderstood, but it won't matter because you'll be getting what you desire. You know what I mean? Like you'll be so deluded and your own perspective and what you imagine things to be that you don't even recognize, that people aren't like, you know what I mean? Some people aren't going with it. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's like what do we call it? Like by the process of elimination, or by like the numbers, the gift of numbers. Like you get more numbers, like more shots. So maybe you're just taking more shots. Like shit, these ain't my people. I don't even gotta impress them. I'm not even trying to win you over. I don't even want to be friends. You don't feel me. We don't have this sense of trust and like camaraderie, or we're not on the same page. I don't even care. You know what I mean? Like you guys won't be taking people who aren't passionate about you, who aren't like obsessive over you. You know what I mean? So you guys won't be dealing with those type of people. You guys will be keeping this air of disdain and distance from people who don't celebrate you, who don't cherish you, who don't, you know what I mean, clap when you win, who don't, you know what I mean? Some of y'all, like I said, some of y'all may be unfriending people. Maybe they unfriend you because like this is like you acting new. People like, oh shit, you acting new. Like who you thought you was? You know what I mean? So people's feelings could be hurt soon. This could be family members, it could be cousins, friends. People's feelings would be hurt. Like, damn, I didn't know you was acting like that. You know what I mean? Some of y'all may also do a lot more traveling too. Like, your next shift may be like, I'm about to travel a lot more. I'm about to just kind of do what I want to do. Live my life for me. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it is. Where you guys are just like living your life for you. Loving who you want to love. Dating how you want to date. You know what I mean? Traveling when you want to travel. And not thinking too much about it. Like, fuck it. Who gonna judge me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, now this ain't over. I ain't suggesting anybody do this, but I always think about like certain dads. Some dads, like I talk to dads sometimes. Some dads be like, or moms too. Moms be like, there's a life that they want to live, but they worried about like they got kids, they got family. If I were to go do this, then what would everybody say about me? They'd just be talking about you. But what they gonna say if you know what I mean, when you die and you didn't do that and you had potential to be that? They'd be like, she was stupid as shit. Why the fuck she ain't do that? Or why he ain't do that? They gonna talk about you either which way. You might as well be comfortable and get what you want out of the situation. So I feel like that's gonna be it, because you guys are gonna be a lot more outgoing. Maybe you guys are socializing with people you never would have socialized before either. You know what I mean? Because square means it's an opportunity for growth by doing things that would normally make you uncomfortable. And this can also go two ways, where maybe it makes me uncomfortable, but it's making them uncomfortable too. You know what I'm saying? So wherever you got Leo at, that's it. Wherever you got Leo at in your placements, you know what I mean? Where you got, what house you got Leo in? If you don't have Leo in no planets, what house you got it in? That's where you'll be seeing this type of change at. All right, so yeah, it's just a new approach where you'll be approaching social interactions. You know what I mean? You know, it's going to seem like you put yourself on a pedestal. That's the big thing. It's going to seem like you put yourself on a pedestal, and people are like, "What?" Some people won't like it, but who cares? You don't want those people. We don't want those people. If I put myself on a pedestal and you don't adhere to that pedestal, you are not my people. You gotta go. Get you right up out of here. We don't want that around. We don't take no half-ass shit. We don't want that. If you don't like this and what I'm trying to do, then get on out. Get. All right. So you guys will be like detaching from people, cutting people off, even people that you spent time and invested in. It don't matter how much time you put into them. You're like, fuck it, cut my losses today. If I ain't getting to see the results that I'm looking for, cutting my losses, and you're out of here. All right. So could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Cancer, Aquarius, Pisces. I said Sag? I did. All right. So yeah, you guys definitely got some people coming back around. They're going to be chasing y'all or pursuing y'all. These are people who probably feel resentful or feel regret for, like, you know, maybe playing games at one time or emotionally gaslighting you. Maybe these are people who love bombed you at one point, like came in like they cared a lot more. They were really into the situation more than what they really were. Maybe they tied y'all into like third party situations, burnt up a lot of your time, wasted a lot of your time, money, resources, and all that bullshit. You guys are like, nah, fuck that. In hindsight, I learned something, and we ain't finna do that no more. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. If it's me. Nah, I'm just messing. All right, anyway. Cancer. Cancer. Some of y'all can be your appearance. Which house will show that when I split the deck? So you guys could be having like being recognized for your facial features, or being recognized for like your personality, your quirks. Again, so it could be dealing with Aquarius, it could be dealing with the Aries. Let me see, what's your next major shift? Opposition. All right, so that's going to be the opposite spectrum of something that you've always been doing. So this could be like you guys are seeking balance, or you guys will be people. What could happen is the world or situations start mirroring you. So if you had insecurities, then those insecurities are going to be mirrored back at you. You know what I mean? For you to like make a different decision or take a different course of action. We got Chiron here too, and we got Pisces energy too. So some of y'all, It's going to be a relationship with somebody who's very romantic, or people are going to be viewing you in this light where they're finding you to be more attractive. You know what I mean? Maybe in an unusual way where they're like idolizing you now. So opposition can also be good when it comes to romance, where now you're on the opposite spectrum. So like if you were having bad romantic experiences, then you're going in the opposite direction, where now they're going to be good romantic experiences, where people will be idolizing you and seeing you in this better light, where they just find you to be attractive. They just like you for you. First house shows up, meaning that people like you for you. You don't got to do too much. You don't got to conform to anything. In fact, they usually sacrifice themselves for you. You know what I mean? They try to be a savior. So you may be having people who want to like help you heal. They want to be more of like a sacrificial lamb in some way. All right. So this could be a dream that comes true for some of y'all too, because Pisces energy could be about dreaming, dreams, dreamers. So maybe you guys are like having dreams come true, or having certain, I don't know, just certain things that you had on your mind that you wanted to see, maybe visions. This could also be maybe you being a lot more intuitive too. I feel like most of y'all is going to be like throwing things up in the air, just allowing things to kind of be what they be. So you may be in a state of delusion. You know what I mean? And that might be also what brings these opportunities in, where you guys are like overly confident, because that first house is the Aries energy, where you may be like overly confident, you know what I mean, in a way where like people kind of like take your word for it, you know what I mean, or they take your like, I don't know, your assertiveness for like face value, where people like, I feel like people are going to idolize you a lot for some reason. They'll see you like they'll see maybe your flaws and like a more idealistic view, or see it in a more gentler aspect. So like, for instance, say there were, I don't know, say you're heavy set. Maybe you don't like your body that way. Maybe you don't like your hair. Maybe you don't like your nose. Maybe you don't like your facial features. Maybe you don't like your toes, or you don't like your, I don't know, something about you. Maybe you don't like your personality. Maybe you don't like your voice. You know what I mean? Like all these things that you may not like or had an insecurity about, people are going to love it. That's the next shift. Like, so maybe you're like really quiet. Maybe you come off as like insecure. Maybe you come off as soft spoken. Maybe you like, because opposition means there's an opportunity to experience the other end of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Now, if you guys are overly assertive, then this could be an opportunity where like that, some of those insecurities that like had to do around you, maybe being too aggressive, are being softened. They're being tempered down by the arrival of a partner that comes. Because this would be a partner who's like really receptive to you and really emotionally mature, or really emotionally forgiving. They're like, it's okay. You were just doing some dumb shit, but all right. Like they understand you. You know what I mean? And it's going to be friends, but it usually would be a romantic partner because of the Piscean energy. So, but if it's not romantic, it can still be a friend and be romantic. Friends can be romantic. You know what I mean? So, all right. Somebody else going to be an Aquarius. Yeah, we got a dream come true. So maybe we guys were like uncertain about how things were going to play out, or how like maybe getting things off the ground, or like maybe you had like ideas, visions that you were like not sure if you could ever like achieve. There's an opportunity that's being presented for y'all to be able to do so. You got 4 swords. So somebody's going to, so some of y'all, it's going to be a choice and decision, a big choice and decision having to be made around relationship. Yeah, you could be romantic. For instance, I'll give you an example of like romantic friends. So one day my battery went dead and my homeboy showed up. It was Shelton that day, y'all. Shelton showed up and changed my battery for me. You know what I mean? I was like, thanks, man. He came over, he charged it first, and then I went and go get the battery, and for some reason he put it in for me. I mean, I could have did it myself, but he did it for me anyway. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Like oil changes for sometimes. Like when people do stuff for you, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's your birthday and your boy sends you $50. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Dev? Like I might send you 50, be like, yo, it's Dev's birthday. Let me shoot Dev 50 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's romance. It's a sense to build trust and intimacy. You know what I mean? That's real love. That's romance. You know what I'm saying? But it's platonic. It's romance. You can still have it. Bro love. They call it bromance sometimes. I don't know what they call it for women. I don't know. Is it just gay? No, I'm just messing. I don't know what they call it for women. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bromance. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, they call it bromance because for some reason when men care about other men, then we gay. I don't understand, but like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, some of y'all about to live out a fantasy that you guys were maybe like insecure around. Like maybe you didn't think that it could happen. Maybe you were having emotional conflicts, because we got 10 of Cups here. So some of y'all about to have a relationship. Some of y'all just could be a reconciliation and a choice and decision about whether you would like to renew it or not. We got the Star in reverse. And then I wanted to also say your next shift may also have to do with your physical frame, like your physical body. Like you may be losing weight. You may be like, I don't know, changes to your body in general. Like your personality is going to shine a lot more shortly. That's what it is. Like you guys may start like recognizing like maybe where you were dimming yourself down and transmute that energy into maybe a version of yourself that could be like an alter ego. It could turn into like an alter ego where like maybe you guys are a little bit more like outgoing, a little bit more social. Maybe you weren't social before, but like you guys are getting rid of that guilt of maybe like being seen in that light. You know what I mean? Or like get over the guilt of like living in a more fairy tale life or wanting a fairy tale life. Because the Ten of Cups is here. So some of y'all are going to have like a fairy tale relationship coming your way. It could be a wish come true where you kind of like didn't imagine this to even be that. Like I didn't think that this would turn out this way. And especially if it's a past person, you'd be like, I didn't even think that this would turn out this way. But it could also be a goal that you guys had where you guys are like, and because you're like putting in this type of energy and feeling this level of confidence, it's attracting these same people. Because all opposition means is however you feel on the inside is attracting these same experiences on the outside. So if you feel insecure, then the people that you're attracting are going to play into that insecurity. And they may not even really be that way because the Piscean energy can make it seem like y'all like, you know what I mean? Like you're looking at it like with a watery lens where you're not really seeing it clear. You know what I mean? And then some of y'all could be in the reverse, like kind of like for Sag, where like if you didn't feel like you had any options or anybody attracted to you, there's a bunch of people that were attracted to you. Or that people were seeing you in a better light than what you imagined them to see you in. Like maybe you were like projecting from a previous wounds that, oh, they'll never feel this way about me. How could someone like this want me? Or how can an opportunity like this just fall into my lap? You know what I mean? You guys will stop getting out of that energy. Stop being in a victim mindset and start feeling like I deserve this shit. This is my time. You know what I mean? So this could be like a sense, like I said, of overconfidence where it's like, you know what? This is my time now. I can go after what I want. I'm attractive as fuck. I'm confident as fuck. I'm a serve as fuck. I'm a go-getter. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't feel that way before, you feel that way now. What's up there, Sharon Telly? So like even if you didn't feel that way before, you're about to feel that way now because it's gonna be a renewal of hope shortly. And some of y'all is gonna be a short relationship that comes in that does it for you because of the Four of Wands. It could be a short based relationship that comes in or a reuniting with somebody else coming back into your life that like does it for you, where you're able to heal this insecurity that maybe like, you know, or a projection of yourself that wasn't happening. You're able to close out a cycle basically or end a certain pattern in your romantic life where like you're not gonna have to over sacrifice or over give of yourself. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have those same wounds around like, you know, not seeing your partners clearly. You'll be able to learn from those mistakes a lot more faster, a lot more quickly. Why the fuck I said quicker? A lot more quickly. Like, you know, this is being more perceptive. You won't get caught with the okie doke no more. The banana in the tailpipe. They won't catch you like that no more. All right. But I really feel like some of y'all maybe like, I don't know, it looks like you guys may be dancing, entertaining a lot more, or just becoming a lot more entertaining. Like your personality. Like, because Pisces energy is having to do with intuition. We got a lot of Pisces energy. We got Ten of Cups, and we got the Fountain in this one, which is not really Pisces energy. I always equated it with like the star or like the sun mixed. So it's having to do around your personality. You guys will be recognizing where you guys are dimming yourselves down. Now, because opposition is here, if you choose not to do nothing different, then the opposition just means that you're going to like replay the same patterns back and forth. So if you keep like acting insecure, then you're going to keep repeating this back and forth. It's a loop. It's like a timeless loop that just keeps coming back and forth. If I feel bad about a situation, then the situation turns out bad. If I feel good about the situation, then the situation turns out good. You know what I mean? But it's all a reflection from the inside out. So it depends on how you feel about these situations. And they're intended, the interactions you're having or these experiences you're having are intended to make you have a different projection, where now you're supposed to project more of a positive light. You know what I mean? Opposed to negative. So like if you see stuff working, run with it. It's working. And stay with that thought. Stay with that thought. The minute you start thinking, it's not working, I'm not doing nothing right, I'm not handsome, I'm not attractive, I'm not smart, I'm not popular enough, you're fucking yourself off. But I don't care. It's your life, not mine. So do whatever you want to do. All right, anyway, let me give you sounds. Could be a Pisces, could be Aquarius. What's up there, Anita? Could be a Pisces, Aquarius, Leo, Libra, Aquarius, Libra, Pisces, Sag, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini. All right. All right. There's going to be a conversation soon we're going to be having it. And this is also what y'all will notice. What y'all also going to notice is that people are trying to drag out conversations with y'all. That should be your first indicator. Like when you're talking to people, you should notice that they want to keep talking to you. That should be a big indicator. Like people will keep talking. Like you may say one or two words and they just carry the conversation. You're like, damn, this conversation is flowing. That's how you would know. All right. Yeah, you missed Aquarius, Super Caramel. You sure did. All right. So Gemini. you guys gonna be this. So I seen Saturn once with the deck, so this is gonna be a maturity stage, a growing stage. All right, so this could be either the end of a hard period in time, or it could just be a part of a period in time where you're learning to build structure, learning to be more committed, learning to be more ambitious. All right, we got Aquarius energy, so this could be somebody you guys are making up with. So yeah, we got Libra energy too. So we got the diplomat and the mediator. So this maybe I was gonna say the military. So some of y'all maybe somebody was in the military. I don't know. You may be dealing with somebody who has like military background maybe. Anyway, you guys may be doing a partnership or going into business or like I don't know, coming to a compromise with somebody who you guys maybe had distanced yourself with, or somebody who distanced themselves with you. All right, this could also be like you guys are looking at the relationship or looking at the dynamic from a detached perspective as well. So the shift could be around like what's equal give and take between the both of us. What would be fair for the both of us? You know what I mean? There could be talks about that. Or this could just be like somebody who's doing that now with you. But I really feel like there's going to be an opportunity to make up with somebody. Could be a Libra, could be an Aquarius. All right. So this could be somebody that's pretty easygoing too. This may be also just like maybe your personality trait where maybe you guys are coming off as like more aesthetically pleasing, maybe slimmer, maybe like more like balanced, more social, easy to get along with, easy to talk to. People may be kind of recognizing you in that light, or you're just going to have these interactions where maybe even if they don't recognize you in that light, you just may be coming off in that light where you're being more social, you're being more talkative, and not really tripping on like if people are like fond of you or not. You know what I mean? They will be, but you may not feel like they are. You may not care if they are either, though. All right, so Ace of Swords, next major shift coming your way. Information that was hidden from y'all coming your way, because we got the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Information that was hidden from y'all before. Maybe like stuff that you had overlooked, the obvious in some sense. Signs, information. Maybe clues that you have already kind of seen, like inklings that you may have already kind of like picked up. Because I've always been saying this Aquarius energy is having to do with looking at things in hindsight. And with the Eight of Swords, it's usually ruminating, but it's also pessimistic thinking. So you guys are getting out of that. Because the Ace of Swords, like there's going to be a conversation that's going to give you clarity, where you're not going to have to ruminate about what if, what could have been anymore. Somebody's going to be coming like, well, what I could have done differently. You're not going to have to worry about that anymore. So someone can be presenting an opportunity for you guys to hash things out, talk things out, clear the air. All right. Eight of Swords don't always mean that, but with this Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords, that's a Nine of Swords, which is about recognizing or realizing maybe where I went wrong. So this could be in relationships, this could be in friendships, it could be at work. Could be anywhere, but it's going to boost your confidence because you're going to recognize either one of the two things. So if it's like I said, going back to that relationship thing where I was talking about somebody come back and make amends, there's maybe somebody who's maybe looking for your forgiveness now, and they've been thinking about a way of like how to present it towards you in a light that you would say, hey, thank you so much, or I appreciate what you said, or like I understand your intention now. Like somebody's going to be wanting to give you their clear intentions now, but really they just want to keep you stuck on them. So this next shift maybe some of y'all could be like to free yourself from a bond of a relationship like that. So it may be like a contract, like a divorce. Some of y'all, if you guys were married, like it may be a relationship where, because the Hierophant is here in reverse. But if it's not that, then it's going to be that you guys are acting unusual, a little bit more rebellious and confident in that ability to do so, where you're not overthinking yourself anymore. You're a lot more self-sufficient or self-sustainable, self-sufficient in your thinking. Your mindset changes. You know what I mean? Where maybe at one time you guys weren't able to see outlooks or perspectives in this way, you guys can now see it that way. You guys can maybe see, I would say, outlets or ways that weren't like visible to you before. You know what I mean? Like the way of thinking changes. You know what I mean? And it's because of an interaction that's coming. Some of y'all gonna be a partnership, like an actual deal negotiation, but it could also be a relationship. It could be somebody coming back and apologizing or making good on something that they should have done before. Because it's going to give you an opportunity to free yourself from bondage of other people's expectations or bondage from like a negative self-talk. You're not going to have that anymore. You guys will pretty much be doing what you want to do. Because of the Hierophant and the King of Wands, is confidence in like being different than others. So you guys aren't going to be like focused too much about like how people view you. You're not going to be focused too much about like what people think, or focused too much about like other people's input. Like who cares? That's your input. You keep it. Because Aquarius is that I don't care energy. It's very similar to Capricorn. I dare say that Aquarius has more of a I don't care energy than a Capricorn. I don't know. That's yet to be tested. I don't know if we can do that in the laboratory somewhere, but that'd be a close run of who cares less there. But yes, that's the vibe. It's like you guys may be coming off as like very analytical, but able to like perceive like what's holding you back, what's hindering you, what your fears are, what you're afraid of. Like kind of like being able to like recognize, like talk yourself off the ledge. Like, maybe you get into like a doubt and a pessimistic view about situations, but then you're able to like, wait, why do I feel this way? oh, because that one time I made a mistake when I tried that, I get it. And then you guys like recognize like that was just that one time. You know, or maybe even if it was 50 times, like, you know what I mean? Like, even if you did door-to-door sales and you knocked at 50 doors and nobody said yes, maybe on 51 they'll say yes. You know what I mean? I'll change it a little bit because Aquarius could be innovative. So maybe you change it around a little bit because the Nine of Swords turns from the Ace of Swords to the Eight of Swords together, gets a Nine of Swords. So that means that you realize something. You realize a pattern. You realize what was holding you back. You realize that maybe I should listen to my intuition. All that shit happens here. But with the Terrifying verse, it means that you're now about to break a pattern or a traditional way of doing things. Like what would normally been like my routine or my schedule or my way of doing stuff or what would be considered my right, my wrong, it's on his head now. Because that didn't work for me anymore. And that was really constraining me and like making me like, especially if you're a creative, a certain way of thinking, like a certain train of thought can sometimes be constricting because it doesn't allow you to allow in new processes, new information. It doesn't allow you to explore and to imagine bigger, better outcomes or bigger, better solutions to problems that you've always had that were existing. You know what I mean? So some of y'all could be showing up as like a mentor. Like this partner that you may date may be an unofficial mentor to you. You may not view them as a mentor, but like their presence actually helps you break free of like certain negative thinking patterns. Like usually like doubting yourself. Sometimes around you not finding yourself attractive or not finding yourself to be a go-getter or ambitious or driven. Like this person may be somebody who comes in and gives you structure, gives you like a foundation. They give you, I don't know, they just make you feel a lot more confident in who you are. You know what I mean? So you're not overthinking and like confining yourself to this box that doesn't fit for you. It allows you to be authentic. So that's your next major shift. Could be done with Aquarius, could be done with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sag, Pisces, Leo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius. All right. Possibly Virgo, Leo. All right. Okay. So Taurus. Woo, we almost there, y'all. We is almost there. All right, so Taurus, your next major shift. Damn, that wanted to come out. Saturn again. Damn. All right, Saturn has to do with discipline, so you guys will be getting more structured. It's going to be a growing up period as well. All right, so I guess where you guys were having a hard time, Saturn also means that wherever you're having a hard time, that you're going to see great rewards for keeping on the path, for staying consistent, being diligent, all right, being ambitious and self-motivated. So if you kept up with something, you guys are about to see the rewards of it. All right. I didn't say that for anybody else, though, but maybe it's the same thing for everybody else that had Saturn at some point. All right, we got Aquarius here. It's going to be somebody who you guys maybe set a boundary with or kept your distance with. Going to be approaching you guys, try to make better of a situation. Yep, they see potential with y'all now. Could be an Aquarius, could be a Capricorn. All right, so they're going to be so this is going to be a potential relationship coming. This could be one that's a lot more serious too. All right, like people may actually take you serious. So this may be like an unusual, like, I don't know, relationship or unusual behavior from this person where now they're actually looking at you in a more serious light and they respect you. You could be getting respect from maybe multitudes of people too, because Aquarius is giving me 11th house for some reason, because sextile means that you're a lot more communicative, but it also means that situations are like coming your way and they're more conducive to like you learning a skill set that maybe you didn't know how to utilize at the time. So say for instance, you wanted to be a public speaker, but you didn't know how to talk in front of like a multitude of people. Maybe one day you have to go do a talent show at your church, and you know what I mean, and maybe it's at a different church where you don't really know everybody. So maybe that's like because sextile means that like all you had to do is put a little elbow grease, and then you learn that you have this skill set. So it's going to be through an interaction that may be unusual with somebody who maybe either you were distant with or somebody who you're not really that familiar with. You know what I mean? Or somebody who you're not really the usual type, but you're about to grow here in a way that you wouldn't have grown had you not had this interaction or had you not had this level of like difficulty. Because Saturn means that you had to work hard. And Saturn is good because I love seeing Saturn. Only reason I like seeing Saturn is hard. But the great thing about Saturn is once you learn the lesson, you become a master at it, a professional. Imagine it being your 10,000 hours that you need to become a pro. That's what this is. You had to bump your head a million times for you to pick up this perspective to understand it at this point, at this level, to where maybe you can even broadcast it or teach it to others, because Aquarius is here. You may be able to broadcast or teach this information to others. Show other people how to stay devoted. Show other people how to stay on task. Show other people how to like build a structure in the same way. You know what I mean? In their own unique way. You may be showing people how to do things like that are tailored towards their gift. You may become like a teacher. For some of y'all, you may become a teacher in that light. You know what I mean? Maybe not even intentional. Just through you being your authentic self, people just start like feeling like, you know what? I'm gonna do what Taurus is doing. I see that you're doing something here that's producing results for you. I'm going to do it too. You know what I mean? And people may actually start seeing a lot more potential in a relationship with you, long term too, because of Saturn. But even if you didn't want that, you guys are maybe. I mean, even if you didn't want it, I mean, if you did want that, then that's what could be coming here. And the Aquarius means that you guys be taking a different approach with it. Where like maybe at one time I needed it to be this way, but this time I'm going to be like open-minded and like explore, see what else can happen, see where else this could go. All right, like you're going to start seeing potential, or maybe you didn't see potential at one time, where maybe it seemed too complex or too difficult. You're going to start seeing potential in situations. You know, so you may feel inspired by like difficulty. Whenever you experience a challenge, you feel inspired to like look at it in a more like in a more detached way, or look at it from a more analytical way. Like, what could this do for me? What would this lead me? You know what I mean? What would this do for me? Like, you may start looking at the value of things, opposed to like, I don't know, just like what they're, I don't know, like what they're worth to you, opposed to like what they would be like to everybody, is what I mean. So maybe looking at the value of things to you, opposed to what the value of things to others is. You know what I mean? Like maybe you buy a car, but like, is this car the car that I like, or did I get it because everybody else thinks I did? Like, I like this person, but am I dating them because it's what I want to do, or am I doing it because I think the social side societally right? It's the right thing to do. You know, I'm working this job, but is this a job that I like, or am I doing this because I feel like I get the rewards or recognition that I would like from other people? It's like you're gonna be questioning yourself in that light, but the interactions you have are helpful and useful. All right, so we got Seven of Pentacles. It's gonna be a promotion coming your way, or it's gonna be a level up. It's a level up one in two ways. So it's either financial, yeah, somebody else gonna be from a generous donor. Like you may have more generous clientele, or partners that you're having, or partners who are going to be seeing you guys in a more serious light, where they genuinely want to take care of your needs. They have a lot of patience with you. And if this was a past person who was afraid to come back, they're afraid of your rejection, so they're going to be over the top loving. All right, it's a shift. And some of y'all, what's shifted is your popularity. Maybe you're not giving them any more attention. You're not praising them anymore. You're not flattering them anymore. You're not being as generous anymore. Maybe you slow down communicating. Because Seven of Pentacles is about I can wait you out. I can wait you out before you wait me out. So it's like I can wait you out. You know what I mean? And maybe you found other things to do. Sometimes, you know what I mean? King of Cups could be like, maybe you're getting other opportunities, other options, and maybe you maybe had your eye on a partner, but maybe they were being complex, maybe they were being difficult. Okay then, no worries. I stopped praising this person. I stopped giving them attention. Like some of y'all gotten clout. Six of Wands versus clout. They may be seeing now that you have clout, because I told you they're going to be seeing potential, and the potential is a Nine of Wands in reverse, which is somebody who feels like they're missing out. They're missing out. You may be looking like you're successful. You may be looking like you got it now. Seven of Pentacles is here, which is a promotion. Could be a level up financially. And with the King of Cups here, they may be hearing about you guys being generous with other people, loving on other people, or being loved on by somebody. And they have this fear of missing out now. That's really a big thing when it comes to women. Women do that too, but so do men. Men be like, oh shit, she's in love now. Let me come back. Sometimes we do that. But women do it a lot more. That's like a woman thing, for real, for real. Women see you go. So women see you be happy on your way to marriage, and then she'll DM you. That could have been us. What? It still could be us. That's how y'all fall for it. Men fall right for that shit. Hook, line, and sinker every fucking time. Throw your whole life away. So it could be a possibility like that. Like they're gonna try to come back and make amends, or try to make up with y'all if it's a past person. All right. And it's only because you're not giving them attention. You're not flattering them anymore. You know what I mean? They feel like they missed out. They may be seeing you get this popularity elsewhere and shit like that, hearing about it. You know what I'm saying? And you come off as like you don't care as much. That's something for them, because this is somebody who was expecting you to like miss them, or like expecting you to like maybe carry more of the relationship, the desire in the relationship, maybe be more persistent in the relationship. Like some of y'all, they were just looking at you guys for like the attention. Like they just wanted your validation. Like knowing that I got your attention means something. So some of y'all maybe like start paying attention to that, and maybe like, you know, start placing boundaries with people. Like, oh, you just want attention, you just want validation. Man, back the fuck up. Get out of my way. You know what I mean? And only be dealing with partners that like are actually useful, helpful, inspire you, that communicate with you in a way that actually makes you feel like you're moving up, or like you're a better person. They add value to your life. So you're only going to be dealing with people who add value to your life. But it's coming from a hindsight. And Saturn means that you had to go through trials. You had to keep running into these same blockages and these obstacles. You had to keep doing the same dumb shit, bumping your head, before you realize like, oh, you know what? This ain't for me. You ain't for me. This ain't for me. Job, whatever the fuck. Whoever this is ain't for me. I'm cool. You know what I mean? And once you're willing to like stop doing that, stop like giving life to these or nurturing these dead end relationships, that's when you get what you're looking for. All right. So you guys are probably detaching and setting strong boundaries with people. And maybe this is something that you guys could have always been doing, but you just didn't know how to do. And it's also going to give you an increase in monetary gain, but also increase in the quality of life with the partners that you bring into your life. All right. So anyway, could be dealing with a Leo, Libra, Taurus, Aquarius. Some of y'all, it's also going to be weight loss, or again, changes to your physical frame, your body, because the star is here. So the next shift is going to be like maybe some of y'all maybe leaner or like thicker, or just like looking more like, I don't know. People may be starstruck when they see you. That may be it. Starstruck when they see you. Like, God damn, who is that? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So maybe this could be like you guys getting celebrity status in a way too. That could be it too. Anyway, it could be Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Libra, Taurus, Aquarius, Sag, Cancer. Yeah. He said, I'm done repeating the same shit. I know that's right. Me too. Me too. Me too. You gotta let them know something. Let them know something, Michaela. All right. So anyway, Aries. Let me see. The next major shift. So you guys may be going slow and go fast. All right. We got Taurus. Taurus came out first. So this could be some luxuries that you guys are about to get. And we got Virgo here. So this could be the next major change. Could be you guys maybe getting comfortable like doing stuff on your own. You know what I mean? Building up some financial equity or something. I say building up some financial equity. Building up some financial like resources or finance, cash carry, money. Socializing a lot more with people who are in your neighborhood too. So the big shift is like you guys aren't gonna be like feeling alone anymore, or feeling isolated, or feeling like you have to do stuff on your own. Even though you may do it on your own anyway, you won't have to. You'll have a choice. You know what I mean? So some of y'all like have partners around, people around. Maybe you guys are getting closer to, like I said, community members, or building more of a community around you of people who like want to help you, people who are useful, people who what the fuck was that? Was that mosquito? All right. People who are like planners, people who are like devoted, consistent, reliable. You may be building like a team of those people around you. This could just be clients or customers or some shit like that. But you guys better be living a more luxurious lifestyle. And I say luxurious, meaning like maybe you didn't have to work hard for it. You just had to be productive and cross your T's, dot your I's, or be very specific about the details. And then once you set it up, it becomes self-sustainable. So you guys could become, maybe some of y'all could become like self-sustainable, meaning independent of a relationship, but like still had the potential for them if you want them. You know what I mean? Like relationships may turn into more like a luxury and not necessarily a need. You know what I mean? Because like you'll have like a community around you, or like a friend group around you who are like useful, and they come with money, or they come with like resources that you can use. You're like, oh, I can do something with that. It's my boy, it's my homegirl, it's my peoples. I could do something with this. I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? So you may be feeling a lot more appreciated. It can also make you feel a little bit more entitled too, because of how well things are going. You know what I'm saying? So 6 of Swords in reverse, so it's meaning that you guys are gonna be having some renegotiations coming your way. This could even be like past people just kind of returning. You know, maybe you guys had unfinished business, or things that they didn't say or they didn't want to say, like picking up the conversation. So that could be your next shift. This could be with somebody who you guys maybe cut off, or somebody who's somebody could have been somebody you got divorced from because of that Queen of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So some of y'all could be cutting off people who aren't as invested or aren't as consistent. That's really it. Like you guys won't really need people around. You know what I mean? The people I have are actually going to be people who are good at socializing. They're good at networking. They're good at communicating very clearly. They understand my needs. You're going to have a lot more people around that way. And then you guys will also have a lot more romantic options coming too because of that. So some of y'all may be getting single. Like some of y'all may be cutting off somebody who's like annoying, self-motivated, only reached out when they wanted something or needed something. You know what I mean? Getting like some of y'all are attracting these clingy partners too. Clingy partners. And like if it's a past partner coming back your way, they're gonna be clingy, and they kind of resent you for being able to be self-sufficient without them. Like this is somebody who kind of imagined that you needed them to feel fulfilled. You guys won't be needing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need you. I appreciate when you are here, but I don't need it. You know what I mean? So that next shift is like getting over that codependency. Like, yeah, I appreciate when you're here. Like you guys may be comfortable dealing with people who are like like I'm saying, I'm gonna say in and out. Like you may be comfortable dealing with people who like inconsistently. Like you guys may be the sometimey lovers now. Like if you weren't the sometimey lover before and you always wanted to have a partner, then you may become the sometimey partner. We're like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I don't feel like it right now, but I'll let you know. You know what I mean? I call you when I do want some cuddles. You know what I'm saying? Or I call you when I do want a favor or some shit like that. Like you'll have people who will reach out to help you, but when you want it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could dictate that. Queen of Swords is demanding, so you get to dictate how like what makes you comfortable. You get to dictate your demands, or you get to dictate your expectations with people. You know, because people be more clingy towards you, more needy of you. So like you can set your boundaries. And plus, Queen of Swords is somebody who's perceptive, so you'll be able to recognize that like when people are coming and they're offering or they're giving, you'll know what their motives are. Because the Knight of Cups is usually Knight of Cups and Knight of Pentacles are people who have their own motives. Usually, Knight of Pentacles in reverse are people who ask you for favors or ask you for assistance, ask you for help. And then the Knight of Cups is somebody who wants affection, but like on their terms, on their time. So you guys will be recognizing when you have sometimey lovers, like, oh, you know what? I'll let you know when I want it. You know what I mean? I'll let you know when I'm available. So you guys will be getting that type of energy. You know, and it's going to be customers too. Like maybe you had customers who were inconsistent, maybe not keeping their word, selling you a dream. Maybe they owe you something. Maybe they have unrealistic expectations. You know what I mean? Or like even at your job, if your job had unrealistic expectations, maybe you got to slow down on putting out as much. Like I always think of like, for me, I say social media. So this would be like, I say you put out content and people aren't like appreciating the content, then you slow down putting out that content. Queen of Swords is about being perceptive about like where I'm putting my time at. Well, I'm not about to invest in this. Oh hell no, I'm about to get loose because this ain't it. If I'm doing more work than the people than what I'm receiving for my productivity, then nah, hell no, I'm not doing this no more. Not this way. You know what I mean? You may change up your routine, change up your schedule, change up like what you consider to be valuable or worth investing in. This could be all of these because the Queen of Swords is about being perceptive. So it's like you're recognizing through the interactions that you're having with people, what people are useful. What people do I want to keep around with? You know what I mean? And listening to the way they talk. Like, so if you have like dreams, because the Knight of Cups in reverse could be people who don't necessarily believe in your dreams, but they be around. So like you may recognize like, oh, I got some friends and people who be around who don't believe in my dreams. They don't believe in my visions. They don't believe in my talents and my ability. Like maybe you're a rapper, maybe you're a singer, you know, maybe you're like a, I don't know, content creator, anything. You could be anything. Maybe you're a hairstylist and maybe you want to start your own boutique and people are like, yeah, you sure? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Or you want to start your own clothing line. People are like, I don't know. You want to start your own brand? I don't know. You know what I mean? You guys won't be keeping those people around. You won't be keeping those people around because the people that you're going to keep around will be people who are resourceful, useful, productive. They're like hard workers. And these are people who can get it done on their own. So you're going to be attracting people who can do it on their own, but they'll also be willing to help you. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what you'll like about it. Like they kind of pay attention to like what you need. They see it. Oh yo, I see your grass growing. I mean your grass is kind of high. You need a mower? I might do it when I cut my grass. You know what I'm saying? Just like sit tight. I cut your grass when I cut my grass. You know what I'm saying? Like people be wanting to do acts of service around you. And this would be your community. It may be your neighbors. It can maybe just be anybody. Like people just be doing stuff for y'all. It's self-motivated, but it's self-motivated because they want to get closer to y'all. Because people may be feeling you as somebody who's like cold, dismissive, distant, you know what I mean? Maybe kind of like bitter in a way. Even if you're not bitter, they just may kind of like imagine you to have maybe a RBF, resting bro face or resting boo-boo face. You know what I mean? So they may kind of view you in that light. Because the Knight of Cups can also be people who have these unrealistic, the unrealistic version of you. They see you in this light that may not really be you. You know what I mean? So that might be it too. That might be it where like maybe you guys are now starting to warm up a little bit more because now you guys are doing a better job of being able to sift through the bad apples. Like you already kind of know, like I'm independent, so I don't really have to have this relationship. And if it becomes too much or overwhelming, then I just cut you off. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm cool. I don't need this. You go ahead. You know what I mean? So you guys get a lot more clear about your expectations with people and what you will and won't put up with. You guys may be getting fed up. I don't know, like in a bad way, but like fed up where like a lot of the stuff that's coming your way is self-motivated. So like if it's not something that you can use or it's not something that's like valuable to you, then I don't want it. You keep it. You do whatever what you're going to do with that. Don't bring that over here. You know what I'm saying? So that's your next major shift. It could also be in your communication style. Like your communication style may come off as like matter-of-factly too. Like you may know that you got people now. Like you know how you like when you know that the tables are turned. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different feeling when you know the tables are turned. You're like, yeah, oh yeah. Man, don't even worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to fuck you off real good though. But don't even worry about that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that you ain't earned, so don't trip on it. You know what I'm saying? It's your turn now. You know what I mean? So it's something like that. Like you guys may kind of recognize that. Like, yeah, because I ain't need this. Now I'm the one who got the strings. You know what I mean? So some of y'all could be also getting a luxury something soon, like a luxury gift or like an expensive gift soon, or maybe you're buying yourself this. If you're not being given this, you may be buying yourself this. And you could be also selling these things too because of the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, you could be like, selling luxury items, selling gifts or stuff that you created yourself, making money from like wares and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got sell furniture. You sell them vector knives and shit like that. I don't know. You know what I mean? Something. You'll be able to be self-sustainable where you won't really need people, but like they'll be around anyway because you don't need them. All right. So anyway, it could be a Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Virgo, Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini. All right. So thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for the support. Thanks for the likes. We hit the 200 likes, didn't we? We got that 200 likes. We did, didn't we? I thought I just seen somebody say we got 200 likes. Yeah, we did get 200 likes. Thank you, there, Majesty, for keeping them on task, keeping them on track. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. This was definitely a ball. I'm about to take my dog out one last time for the night, before I hop in the shower and call it a night. I got content coming out. Oh, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram if you haven't followed me on Instagram. It's still under Leo in the third house. You'll see me on there. I'll be doing readings just about every day now. Just about. Some days I don't. You know what I mean? But, for the most part, it be there. Oh, it's 207? Okay. Let's go. And so some days I do post it kind of crazy. The other days I don't. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's worth the time. I got a lot of content on there too. Probably like 1,000 pieces of content, I think. That's a decent amount. I've been doing it for like 3 years now. So it's a decent amount. You could just read and read and read. You know what I mean? And I got some reels on there too. You just gotta look. You'll see. It's a bunch of shit on there. You'll like it. All right. So anyway, I'll be here in the morning. I don't know what signs I'm gonna do. I gotta go back and look. But what I've been doing is I've been looking at the signs that gave me the most views, and then I've been doing them first. I've been doing them in the order of the most views. So yeah. All right. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. I like to think I'm the best too from time to time too. You know what I mean? But at other times I try not to like toot my own horn because maybe I could just be like over exaggerate. All right. Anyway, yeah. All right. Take it easy, man. Thank y'all so much. All right. I'm going. No, y'all wasn't last. Y'all wasn't last. Y'all wasn't last last time. Y'all was only last because like it goes every other time. So next reading, Aries gonna go first, and then after that it'll be Pisces going first, and then it'll go back to Aries. Cause I used to hate going into people's lives, and they would always start with Aries, and I'm like, man, I'm at the back. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm way at the back. I'm like, God damn, I gotta wait. I just be leaving. I just leave right at the live. Fuck this live. By the time I just watch the playback, you know what I'm saying? Like by the time I get there, they don't, you know what I mean? It'd take like 2 hours by the time they get to Capricorn because, sometimes people be long-winded. You're like, damn, they still on Cancer? I'm about to log off and play my game for a little bit. Come back in 30. You know what I'm saying? Come back in 30 and check. See where they at. They at Libra? God damn. You know what I mean? Luckily for me, that was my moon sign, so that worked out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We definitely do not wait, Catherine. I'd be out. I come back when it's my time, or I just watch the playback. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I try to be here for support. I'll leave the like. Though. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave you a like, but I ain't fitting to like sit around here and watch nothing about the rest of these people. Get to the best part. Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? Get to the best part. Caps. Thank you. In advance. And then after that, you know what I mean? After that, I say thank you. Boop, 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 and get on out of there. Thanks. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I wasn't even talking about you, Michaela. I was just saying, though, but that's how it be. People do be long-winded, and I'm like, man, I love y'all, but like, shut up. You know what I mean? Shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? You see me, Miss Walker? It ain't smooth, but it will be smooth later tonight when I get in that shower. That's the first thing I'm gonna do is shave my head. Make sure I got that right. Anyway. All right, y'all. Thank y'all. I'm gone, man. Don't let me talk shit, because I will. You say, yeah, you waiting for Aquarius, right? You feel me? Waiting for Pisces and all that shit. You like, man, you might as well just show up tomorrow. Show up an hour after they finish posting it, because, like, what the hell? They're going to take forever. They're going to take their time, too. All right, y'all. I'm gone. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy yourselves.